I think that allowing for the book being, after all, a parody, something like 1984 could actually happen. This is the direction the world is going in at the present time. In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. The sex instinct will be eradicated. We shall abolish the orgasm. There will be no loyalty except loyalty to the party. But always there will be the intoxication of power. Always, at every moment, there will be the thrill of victory, the sensation of trampling on an enemy who is helpless. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nita Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday. This is Breaking the Narrative, and I have here with me tonight my good friend Verbal Riot, aka Dante. Hi, Dante. How are you?
Hello, hello, hello. I am doing swell this evening.
I can tell you're swell because it's blue in your background and not red.
That is true. That is true. My mood light is in a good place.
That's good. That's good. Just get ready for it to turn red by the end of the show.
Oh, I'm sure it will, especially if we talk about Pedro Pascal. I'm sure it'll be red very soon.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Pedro Pascal. We're going to be talking about Superman numbers, which, by the way, we are going to be joined by my good friend, Valiant Renegade, who is still running his show right now, but he will be hopping over here after he's done. So hang in there because we're going to have some interesting conversations tonight. There's going to be other discussions such as actual Pedro Pascal fatigue. Like, does it exist? I think it does. Well, we'll talk about that more. We'll also talk about apparently there's been breaking news and Maureen Comey's been fired. We're going to talk about the Epstein stuff because there's been more updates about that, where the DCU is going and all that stuff. There's been more casting announcements for Legend of Zelda. There is Lauren Southern is in the news. She has written a book, like a tell-all book, and apparently she accused Andrew Tate of raping her. So we got to talk about that.
Oh God.
And then there is, what else is there? Lots of DC stuff. Like I said, Epstein stuff, and just it's going to be a good a good time, hopefully. But yeah. So how's your week been though, Verbal? How have you been? Before we get into it.
The week has been fairly good, actually.
Yeah. Watch anything good?
Nothing. Well, I've been watching the new season of Sandman. I guess the new one last season of Sandman. But
how do you like it?
So I really liked the first season. I thought the first season was great. I'm not a big Neil Gaiman fan, but I have read the books, most of them, and I know the characters. So I feel like they did a pretty good job overall. I hated all the race swapping they did with certain characters. Death is a great character, and I hate that they race swapped her. Kind of, and the actors they use, and they always do this. They always get like a good actor or actress to do the part. So it's kind of hard because it's like you want to support that actor, but you hate the fact that they're doing this race swapping bullshit, right? So
that's rough.
But overall, the show has been really good, and for me, I know some people are kind of hit or miss on it.
I like the first season a lot. I thought the second season was pretty good too. I remember liking it.
Season, but
okay.
Yeah, don't spoil anything. But
I'm not.
But yeah, I agree that the second season so far, the pace is definitely very different than the first season.
Yeah, like I remember liking the first season better. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of forgotten about it because it's been so long. But then
Sure,
I
yeah.
saw it popped up that it said like the third and final season's out because I think they canceled it right after that whole thing dropped about
Neil Gaiman and his bullshit. Yeah,
which I don't know.
allegedly, right?
Exactly the alleged stuff, which when you start to read, you're like, wait, what? You're like, oh,
Well, and he's also one of those guys who calls himself a male feminist. And I'm telling you, every time a guy says that, you just know that he has a dirty basement somewhere where he's kept like, little girls or something. Like
there's some shady shit gone down. Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah. There was another male feminist at the same time that was being like at the same time as that news drop.
Was it Joss Whedon?
Was it? I don't remember. Well, somebody else. The chat will know.
There's so many of them at this point, man.
Many.
I mean, Boldani is supposedly was a male feminist too.
That's right? What it was. It was Justin Balzoni, and then they were saying like, oh, he's a male feminist, and nobody could believe what was going on. Have you been keeping up with that, by the way? Did you hear what's going on?
I can't keep up with it. Like, it seems like there's so much new news all the time. I can't keep up.
It's so crazy. Just like a really brief lowdown, though. The latest stuff is that so Blake and Ryan apparently tried to subpoena a bunch of YouTubers, including Candace Owens and like Andy from Popcorn Planet and Perez Hilton and like a whole bunch of other people. They all like they got this subpoena that they thought was fake through YouTube because they went through like the Google YouTube legal system to get them the subpoena. And then they all thought it was fake. And then they found out it was real. But then they found out it was real through YouTube because Andy was like, hey, is this real or fake? And meanwhile, Andy got his lawyer, Nate LaLawyer, to contact the Blake Lively team. And apparently they lied to him twice and said that they didn't subpoena them. And that they don't know what they're talking about, kind of like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about kind of thing. And then like YouTube confirmed that was a real legit subpoena. So even though they had subpoenaed them, they pretended that they hadn't because obviously like you get a certain time to reply.
But why would they do it that way? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh man, I don't know.
Like a subpoena, like that's a big deal. Like, why would they? I don't know.
It's
like I would think it was fake too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it looked fake because when I went to, let me see if I can go pull up Andy's tweet because he posted about it. But when he pulled up the tweet, like when he showed it, I was like, that does look fake because I mean, we get stuff like that all the time as content creators. You get weird, weird stuff like that all the time. I get like so many like we want to, what's the word? Like we want to partner with you and do this and that, and I'm like, you're probably fake. I don't know who you are.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Popcorn. There's like so many fake ones. Andy. I keep wanting to put Worski, but I know it's not his last name.
Okay,
Andy.
but I get that for like, say, like a company or a corporation contacting you, right? But when you're talking like the legal government, like the government, why would they contact you that way?
I have no idea. It's bizarre. I thought it was what's his name again? Do you remember Andy? What is it? Andy Popcorn Planet.
Oh, I have no idea.
Andy Popcorn Planet. Where are you, Andy? Why aren't you coming up like the one time I need your tweet? Andy Signor. That's what his name is. I'm like, what was his name again? I'm so bad with names. Let's see. Where is his legal letter? I just couldn't believe that he actually got subpoenaed in the weirdest way. And not just him either. The funny part, well, it's not even funny. It's actually awful. But the craziest part is that it's not even just like big channels that are doing this. They're doing this to like tiny channels, like really small channels that are just talking about this. There it is. He says, like he tagged all of the YouTube people and Google and Gmail. Multiple creators got the sketchy looking broad legal subpoena from Blake Lively about their Google account. Your own support and AI overview giving conflicting reports. Can someone help confirm this ASAP? And this is the letter, which kind of looks like it looks legit, but also doesn't look legit because you're like, what? Am I getting a subpoena through Google legal support? That's just weird.
That is really weird. Like I wouldn't trust it either.
I wouldn't either. But yeah, so apparently a ton of at least 6 or 7 smaller channels have gotten this as well. And then, like I said, he went through the actual thing with his lawyer, and then they denied that they even sent it, and then they apparently did send it. It's a mess. And then she got her. The judge ruled for her, for Blake, for where she was going to get deposed.
Okay.
So that was interesting also because people were like, what the hell? Like, why would he, rule for that? And then a day later, though, he gave because she asked for another extension. He was like, fine, I'll give you 1 day extension. And that was it. This whole trial is going to be a freaking mess. VR Raid, he's coming. He's on his way. What's
Very
up,
cool.
Valiant Renegade people? Hello.
I just wonder how long is this going to go on for?
Till next year, because that's when the trial's set. Unless they settle, it's supposed to be literally May. I think May 2026 is supposed to when it's supposed to go to trial, and they're in discovery period right now. So it's going to be at least another year. Which we all thought they're going to drop it. Like somebody's going to be like, nah,
Okay,
not doing it.
Here's a better question. What are the chances that Blake Lively is going to win this case?
I mean, I want to say Baldoni has a really good chance because I want him to win, but it's very possible that she could win. Is that
based just on like her money, like her star power, or is it based on actual evidence?
No, I think it's based more on star power and that he said. Well, the thing is also is now they've cut down the lawsuit, right? Because they took out a whole bunch of stuff that he can't complain about anymore because they took out the emotional thing for her. And so now that the case has been streamlined more, but they're supposed to be able to, the Baldoni team is supposed to refile certain things if they want to go into it. So it's become extremely complicated. I feel like I need an actual lawyer here to tell me what the hell is going on, because
so it sounds like the fix is in.
It's a little bit. And that judge, his brother apparently was associated with Ryan Reynolds's production company or something at some point. So there's
how is that even legal?
Exactly. There's some type of some fuckery going on.
There's a lot of fuckery going on. This sounds like a setup, man.
We need legal mindset on this. We need somebody. I got to get somebody over here to talk about all this stuff. Let me see.
And all of this, again, we have to remember all of this for a shitty movie.
I know.
Right? Like a movie nobody watched.
No, yeah. I still haven't watched it. I've talked about this case nonstop, and I still haven't watched that movie because I just don't it takes a lot for me to watch movies about DV. When I watch movies, I really want to escape. Any movie that's about DV, cancer,
rape,
anything like that. I'm just I
can't watch. I'm no. Look, man, I feel like I don't have a lot of time left on this earth. I mean, who knows? Maybe I do, but I just, for the most part, I'm way past the halfway point here. So I can't waste time watching shit that's going to bring me down or depress me or
exactly. I'm if it's going to be depressing, it has to be the most depressing thing I've ever seen that has to win an Oscar. It has to be you know what I'm saying? There has to be a point to the depression.
Yeah, no, I mean, I already had to get fucking therapy after playing Expedition 33. So I mean, that game just wrecked me, man. I'm oh my God.
That was a good game, man.
That story was insane.
So good. So good. Bad News Badger for 50. I think that's I was going to say Norwegian krona, but I don't know what that is. So thank
I'm
you
so
for
bad
the
at
50.
currencies.
I'm bad too. When Valiant Boomer redirect, then I guess we need to find our way here ourselves. Look, I looked, guys. It was on. It said everybody can raid your channel. I'm an open book.
I don't even know how to do that. Like, how do you even do a raid? Like, I'm so bad at this. Like,
I don't. It's so like annoying. I'll go through it for you after the stream.
I have no idea how the raid thing works.
Danish krona. I'm telling you, Valiant. I made sure, and I went in and unclicked the major, because there's two options. Like only certain people can, like approved users can raid to your channel, or you can have everybody raid your channel. And I even unclicked the raid everybody, put you in as a special permit. I gave you special permission. Then I still clicked the all can raid, but you still weren't able to do it, which is, of course, that's how YouTube goes. But I still appreciate the effort nonetheless. Happy Wednesday to you, Emily. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday to all. Make sure you guys are smashing the like, sharing the stream, since apparently people can't even raid properly anymore. Yes,
I can't.
Thank you for explaining it. YouTubers from another channel come to your channel. Yes, this is exactly what the raid is. But they, like, for us creators, they need to make that easier, man. Like it's like a whole thing. You have to set it up beforehand on the stream. Then when you have to do it, like you have to go into the YouTube studios and like scroll down. It's like a whole thing. And I'm like, there should be just like a button, like raid this stream over, you know?
Oh yeah, like for me, the easier the better.
Exactly. We don't need to go through like 20 menus to be able to write a stream. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up so we can talk about it for a minute, because we're talking about all crazy lawsuits and stuff. And you and I have actually talked about the Diddy trial and how crazy that shit was. And
it's crazy that like he beat all the major charges, but I guess when you have good lawyers.
Exactly. The redirect didn't work. No, it didn't work. I didn't see it pop up that said you've raided. I just saw nice people in the chat being like, Valiant raid. But yeah, so and also Ian So Forth is here and he's a member. Thank you, Ian. Very sweet. I know you've been a member forever, and I don't know why YouTube makes it so you just became a member, but thank you. They took away your achievement. But yeah, so she dropped the ball so hard on Diddy, man. And then so it says breaking: Maureen Comey, daughter of James Comey, under federal prosecution, and Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't know how to say this chick's name, so I just call her Ghislaine. When people say Ghislaine, I think Jizz makes sense.
I don't know how to pronounce her name. Right. And every time I say Ghislaine, I giggle. So like a schoolboy.
I think it's Ghislaine. I'm just going to go with that.
That is an unfortunate name.
Very, very unfortunate. Well, in her case, it's not unfortunate because, in her line of work.
Well, that is very true.
There's a lot of jizz involved.
See, now it's too much on the nose. You know what I mean?
It really is. So she's, by the way, I also heard that she wanted to go to like Congress and be like, I've got the list. I got the list.
But there is no list, right?
There's no list. There's
no list.
Obama made it.
We made it up. It's a figment of our imaginations.
No. Verbal. Obama made it up.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. When in doubt, you got to blame the black man. Remember?
See, here, and this is why, again, this is reason number like 525 why I am politically homeless. It's like when you're MAGA, you got to blame Obama for everything. But when you're a lib, you got to blame Trump for everything, right? It's one or the other. It's either Trump or Obama, depending on what side you're on.
It really is like that. She's as deep state as it gets. This is true. But then again, I feel like everyone's deep state now. I mean, is
I'm deep state.
Not?
I mean, shit. Why not? Everybody else is. I mean,
no, we're not deep state because we're still calling this shit out. But the point is like Trump. Like, I mean, I think the craziest thing is Trump, because I mean, he ran on the whole, I'm going to go after the deep state. I'm going to get those Hillary emails. Remember the first term that he ran and he was like, I'm going to put her behind bars day one. Remember that
And this is
whole
why
fucking
people should
thing?
have known all of this was a smokescreen, man. Like, look, to be fair, I don't think Trump ran on the Epstein file. He didn't run on that. I know
No.
that there's a lot of rhetoric out there that he did run on that, but I think he mentioned it maybe once or twice. I think the people in his camp ran on it, and they mentioned it a lot. I don't know if Trump necessarily did, but at the same time, this is all, look, when you're the leader, this all falls on you, right? So
it's not like that he ran on Epstein specifically. It's the idea that, like I said, in the first term, especially, he was like, I'm going after the deep state. And especially after what happened to him during the Biden administration's reign, where, they put his supporters in prison. They wanted to put him in prison, like the whole January 6th thing, the whole election fraud thing, like whatever, and what he wants to go after now. The point is that most of these people that he's in cahoots with now wanted to put him away. So when people wanted to vote for him, they were like, oh, you're going to go after these people now, right? You're going to go get them now, right? Because you tried to before.
And to be fair, he did say yes.
Yeah, and then now he's saying nah. Like, nah. We're not doing that.
I think this is going to be a huge black eye on his presidency. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not saying he's going to lose the midterms or anything like that, but I think he doesn't have the kid-like trust he used to have amongst MAGA, I should say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think so either. I mean, I want Valiant to come in for this conversation because I know he was also a fan of Donald Trump. Let's just say I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he voted for him.
I mean, this could split their party. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I mean, it could.
It's starting to look that way. Like, certainly, because I'm seeing a lot of people just be incredibly mad. They're just mad about what's going on.
There's a lot of infighting happening right now.
Yeah.
At least online anyway.
Well, at least we know that James Comey's daughter will not be prosecuting anybody else in some type of sex trafficking. Thank God, because she sucked. Like, what the hell, man?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at her father. I mean,
How do you drop the ball for Diddy that hard? I don't even know, because that case should have been.
Who's to say she dropped the ball, right? Like, we have to understand, man. Like, as much as I despise Diddy, and I do, I think he's a scumbag. But even before all this stuff happened, I'm talking about just the way he scammed his artists, the way he didn't pay them, the way he treated them. How, like, Craig Mack was one of my favorite rappers back in the '90s, and he died broke considering how much money he made for Diddy. Like, so I've always thought Diddy was a scumbag. But I almost wonder. But we have to remember too that he's very rich. He's very rich. He has a lot of money. And I'm wondering who got paid off.
I think everybody got paid off.
But I'm talking about on the prosecution. Who got paid off? Right?
Yeah, probably her. No, I'm guessing her.
Yeah.
And probably a bunch of other people. Allegedly. I mean, obviously.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there that he has a lot of money. It seemed like they had him dead to rights.
There was one thing I wanted to ask about because, okay, so I forget who this chick was. I saw this on Piers Morgan, and it was this black woman, and I'm sorry, I'm bad with names, but I forget her name. And there was this black woman lawyer chick on there, and she was talking about the Diddy trial, and she was like really big mad, and I guess she's like one of the like the lawyers for one or several of the civil cases that are against him. Okay. But she was going off about how she's like, this is what you get when you have 6 white bitches, like, representing the prosecution because they didn't know how to deal with a black man on the
oh my God. Where do they find these motherfuckers? Oh, it's so cringe. Like, it's so cringe.
I was like, was that a factor? Like, they didn't know how to represent? Because, like, her point was that he's such a black hip hop mega icon that they needed to have calculated into like how to treat this guy.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
Like she was saying, like the impact he's had on Black people, and
So, yeah, you know who else did? R. Kelly. So what? You know.
On that note, here's Valiant Renegade. What's up, buddy?
Speaking of one of the greatest Dave Chappelle bits ever was the R. Kelly thing.
Oh,
when he's
absolutely,
in court doing, "I'm gonna piss on you," and like, oh my god, that was.
Drip, drip.
Oh god, that was one of the funniest.
Valiant, did you ever see
I
the
miss Dave
Boondocks
Chappelle
one?
so much. Wait, what?
Did you ever see the Boondocks one where
I know the Boondocks. Actually, it's funny. Renegade Jr. has been watching that show. He's like, "Dad, you'd really like this show." I'm like, "Dude, this show came out before you were born, son." He's 14. I'm like, "Yeah."
There
No,
was-
You know what though? You know what?
Kelly
It's
one,
it's
though.
actually still very relevant today, though, man.
oh, I'm
Like-
sure
like-
it was
Oh,
always very. It was always very current events based. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
like,
if you want to peek into Black culture, watch that show.
like that
Yeah.
episode that
Uncle Ruckus
recently
or
came
whatever
out
his name
about-
wasn't that? What is
Yeah.
his name? Yeah,
Uncle Ruckus, like the one
that is
that
Uncle
recently
Ruckus. That
came
is
out
yeah.
with Buddy, the Tyler Perry with all the allegations.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was wild.
But we just watched the new Tyler Perry movie on Netflix a few nights ago. So,
Was
Hey,
it
you
good?
know,
I love those.
Tyler Perry sued the Boondocks so that they couldn't release
No.
that episode.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, back when it was on Cartoon Network, they never aired that episode on Cartoon Network because he sued so that they couldn't do it. But
Wow.
they released it on DVD, so that's how everybody saw it.
Huh.
That's crazy. Yeah, Valiant, they also had an R. Kelly episode, and then Riley's going like, look, if I see P, I move. She saw P, she stayed.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
do you know how fucked up you have to be on trial for pissing on a 14-year-old girl? Like,
so fucked up.
what happened here?
Oh, you two will love that one. Oh.
Right.
I'm so demonetized. Oh my God. Valiant.
I gotta say,
look,
just real quick, I apologize. The redirect didn't work. I don't know what I screwed up.
I don't,
but
and I don't know what's going on with that.
Look, here's the thing.
don't
I
blame
tried to
you.
make it up to you. I took your stream. I reposted it to my YouTube community just a moment ago before I jumped on and on X. So hopefully that will.
I
Oh,
really
the audience knows where to
appreciate
go. So hopefully that'll boost the chat a little bit.
Thank you.
Um,
I really appreciate it. And before you came on, I saw this. So apparently James Comey's daughter's been fired. She's fired. Because I'm guessing because of the whole Diddy ball drop. But I just wanted to let you know that this happened.
Diddy's ball dropped finally.
Phrasing.
Yeah. Look, this whole thing, y'all were talking about this before.
Hey, phrasing.
Y'all, look, my appreciation for Donald Trump is mostly due to what I think a lot of people saw with him coming in terms of being transformative, like truly transformative. Hey, you know what? We want to believe the hype. We want to believe the rhetoric. Are you going to get America back in terms of the federal government to its constitutional roots where we're going to shrink government? The federal government shouldn't be doing probably 80% of the shit it does, right? There was very specific, the whole premise of federalism at the founding of this country was designed to where the federal government would have very clearly defined powers for what Congress could do, and everything else was left to the states. And we got a clear architecture for that in Article 1, Section 80 of the Constitution. All they got to do is follow it. They haven't done it. The whole Epstein thing is the most obnoxious, stupidest, unforced error that this administration could have made. I mean, he didn't even really campaign on it. I mean, this wasn't.
And that's what I said. He didn't campaign on it, but this is an L for him.
Oh, it's a total L. It's stupid.
But
It's
wouldn't
just
you
like
say the campaigning was more about bringing down the deep state, and now he's like neck thick in the deep state and like literally not doing anything about it? That's
Well,
what pisses me off.
You're right, but at the same time, in context, this is I'm both irritated at the lack of doing anything, but then annoyed at at the over the top response to it. It's a weird dichotomy that I'm sitting in, and this is what I mean: is that Jeffrey Epstein was a terrible person. And
Yes,
he deserved to be either in prison or in the electric chair, as far as I'm concerned, for what he did. He is a piece of shit.
The wall, for sure. I think we all agree.
Absolute firing squad with, uranium tipped bullets and shit, whatever. Fine. That's what he deserved. Did he kill himself in prison? Come on.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
Right.
Don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
I don't either.
I don't believe it. For the record, I don't believe it either.
No, nobody does. Nobody with 2 nickels of common sense believes that stupid asshole killed himself.
Oh, and by the way, no one sheds a tear about that. No one gives a fuck
No.
that he's dead. Whether he killed himself or not, no one cares that he's dead.
No.
Mm-mm.
This is where the complexity comes in. I think that the way this should have been handled up front, first of all, the idea that, Pam Bondi and the DOJ did this entire retarded TikTok production of, let's bring in all these people, libs of TikTok and Jack Prosobic and all these other people, and we're going to walk out with the binders with the thing on it that said Epstein files. Like, look, I was totally on board with what D-Day Cobra, our buddy Jeremy over at Geeks and Gamers, said. I was like, this was the stupidest thing ever. It was the stupidest thing ever.
It really was.
Looked childish. It was ill conceived.
Well, and also,
and it just
to add to that, Valiant, it was a setup. Like, those people, that's the craziest part. Is that, like, I was watching the blonde girl again. I hate that I'm bad with names, but I was watching her last night on Piers Morgan. She was one of the blonde chicks that was at that picture. She was one of the binder chicks, and she was going off on Piers Morgan about how I'll pull up her picture so you know who I'm talking about. But she was going off about how they basically pulled her into that all of them. Into that thing. Pam Bondi comes in with all these binders. They were basically there under the impression that they were going to be the new mainstream media. Remember that whole thing about how Trump at first was like, we're not going to be dealing with the mainstream media anymore. We're going to have,
which was great, and they could have been, but for this debacle.
That's what that was supposed to be, though. And then apparently Pam Bondi came in with these binders and was like, we're actually going to give you these, and this is going to turn into this whole shit show that we're going to do right now. And then they were like, what? Really? And
they could have simply said, hey, look, we know everybody's hungry for this. We understand.
Yeah.
But here's the reality, is that if we release this information to the public, there are significant portions of significant world governments that will probably collapse tomorrow. And they could have been honest in that, because I would believe, because I think that's reality. I mean, like Prince Andrew from Great Britain and things like this. And he was probably just the tip of the iceberg. But they could have,
who I'm talking about.
They could have come up with like give people the truth. And even if they said, look, we'd love to release this, but we have to be judicious. We have to look at this and say, this would be incredibly problematic. But the problem is that they made a spectacle of the whole fucking thing, right? Like they all came out with their fucking binders. That was the enforced error. That was the unforced error, Verbal.
Yeah.
That was the problem. They turned it into a show that turned into a shit show.
Well, and that's why people like her are so mad. Like they're actually even more mad now because they're like, you used us to do that. And like we didn't sign up for that shit.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, this is what like her whole she went on a rant on Piers Morgan. Here, we can listen to it a little bit. I think this was it when she was like going off
billions of dollars more in weapons.
Which was the first red flag to me. So the real story is that there are still deep state swamp creatures. Let's go back to that day in February at the White House. I was there. I was one of the new media figures that were invited to the White House. I was given one of those infamous, infernal white Epstein files binders that day. And we weren't actually invited, by the way, to be given those files. We weren't invited to be given anything on Epstein or even to meet with Pam Bondi. We were there for a cool initiative by the White House to, ostracize the mainstream media and instead say, hey, we're not going to reward bad behavior and propagandists. We're going to give you access to the upper echelons of the Trump administration. That's why we were there, to meet with all kinds of officials in the Trump White House. But during our maybe 15-minute meeting with Pam Bondi, she brings in these banker boxes full of these Epstein files and hands them to us. And as soon as we saw them, we were like,
and
whoa,
the binders
Epstein
were all
files phase
blank.
one. What
Remember,
are we getting our hands on? She clarified very quickly and said, no,
She goes into that.
no, this is, there's nothing juicy or dirty in here. This is what was given to me by the FBI when I requested these files, as I promised you I would. But a whistleblower called me last night and said, actually, the SDNY is hiding truckloads of these documents, trying to subvert the president, the attorney general, and you. So the real story is that there are still deep state swamp creatures in the federal government trying to subvert the president's agenda. That was the story. Now, here's the strange part of this story, and it started right. The red flag started right from that moment. Is on the front of that binder, that cover sheet that said the most transparent administration in history. Attorney General Pam Bondi told us at the White House that day that she created that cover sheet, that she printed it, she created it, and she was very proud of it. The most transparent administration in history. She was bragging about this, which was the first red flag to me, because I thought, well, what's in this? There's nothing in this. And I asked her at the time, I said, have you seen the documents that the SDNY is hiding from you? The real dirt, she told us. And she said, no. So you fast forward a little bit, at the time, she's the Attorney General of the United States. It's a friendly White House because I'm a supporter of President Trump. You give the Attorney General the benefit of the doubt. You hope she produces. Obviously, we can talk about the botched embargo that led to the media frenzy that day. But you can't square what Pam Bondi said in that room to me, bragging about the cover sheet of that binder. You can't square that with her appearances on Fox News, where she says, it's on my desk. The client list, the Epstein client list, where she promises the real stuff, videos and photos and recordings, that's going to be delivered to you. You can't square that then with its unsigned memo that probably she leaked to Axios saying, actually, there's no client list, there's no blackmail. He definitively killed himself. You're not getting any more information. So, Pierre, suddenly we're left in this situation. And the reason this narrative is so important is because it demonstrates why the base cares about this, why it's not just an online issue. Listen, I was never one of those podcasters that dug deeply into all of the details and nuances of the Epstein case itself. I was never one that was filing FOIA requests for government information about it. But all of a sudden, to the base, because of Attorney General Pam Bondi's lies, all of a sudden to the base, the Epstein files start to represent the justice that we voted for. You have to understand that during the Joe Biden.
Anyways, she goes on.
Right.
And that is basically what happened on that
She's
day.
trying to cover her own ass too, though, at the same time.
I maybe there's a little bit of that going on because
No, I know Liz Wheeler. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to keep her base. She's trying to keep her audience, letting them know, hey, I'm on your side, right? Like I wasn't part of this whole cover up or whatever this is.
Right.
And look, I believe what she's saying. Like I don't think she's lying, but I just she's definitely playing defense right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but let's face it though, they were never gonna give these influencers the real legit files.
But they told this. See, again, it goes back to the show, right?
Right.
Don't make a big spectacle of this, because now here's what you've done. Now you have pissed off every single major podcaster that literally, I won't say promoted you, but gave you a chance, right?
Well, and one of them is literally
Joe Rogan, Andrew Schultz, all those guys now are saying they have buyer's remorse for having Trump on, for endorsing him because of the fact of this.
Well, and one of them is literally the fucking FBI deputy director, Dan Bongino. He literally quit his job as a podcaster to go and do this. And now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And there's all these things coming out about how he's, pissed off at Bondi. Apparently had a huge blowout, allegedly. I don't know if it's true, but those are the rumors that's going out. I mean, it's fucking crazy. And then you
this is why the whole thing is so stupid.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dumb. And then you hear all this stuff from Trump. And then yesterday, he came
really
out
quick, Nina, really quick.
before you continue,
I just want to say this. the reason why this is also a huge problem is because now this is going to make people second guess everything Trump is doing, right? The whole immigration thing, rounding people up, everything's going to get second question because of this, right? So any good he might have done is all going to be overshadowed with this. And now it's going to have a skeptical eye on everything he does from here on.
I agree.
From his own base, not from the front, not from the Democrats. I'm talking about from his own base.
I'd agree. I totally agree. This is why I referred to this as the most ridiculous and worst unforced error that they could have done. Again, this wasn't even a major campaign issue. This probably didn't even rank in the top 20 of things that people cared about when they pushed the lever for Trump. But it was thrown out there, right? And it was part of it. And it was one of the first things within 30 to 60 days of him being in office of, oh, this is going to happen. And the whole thing was pooch screwed. And again, what makes it really stupid is that I can understand why this whole story and the files and whatever data that the U.S. government had has been quashed. I totally understand why. Because of the impact it would have with a tremendous number of U.S. allies and God knows who else. And the people that would impact.
That's my other argument.
They didn't even have to go into this. Why did the DOJ jump out on this very, very short, thin, weak limb on a tree and put themselves, and that's the key, they put themselves in this position. They could have addressed this in a very different manner and been honest with the American people and just let it go. Because again, the other stuff that Trump is doing that were major parts of his campaign, things like, renegotiation of trade pacts with foreign countries, deregulation, removing red tape from American business, reducing taxes, making permanent tax cuts and things like this, bringing down the corporate tax rate in another a set, maybe in a year or so. All these things were great things that Trump was wanting to do. But now this is the entirety, at least this week, of the Trump administration narrative, where it's like, oh, and now he's I don't know why, instead of just ignoring it, but now he's throwing in the word hoax, that this was a hoax.
Yeah, that's not good. That's
like, no, because exactly, Verbal, he's now undermining all the other shit out there that really were hoaxes by the deep state, that really were bullshit that we've been treated to for the last several years. He's now throwing this out as some kind of pejorative, just to like, oh, well, this is the word people know. And this is what's so frustrating. This is a real failure of the Trump administration, not exclusively from the perspective of they should have put the list out. I can make an argument and understand why they didn't want to do it, because of the implications and the impact it would have on a global scale that would have caused real problems that I really look, we want to expose the people who did wrong, but it's got to be measured against what are the results of this. But the way that he's responded to it as, no, it wasn't just something that was a bad political move on the global stage, like a really bad, like a historically once in a century shitty idea. But he's presenting it now as it was a hoax. It was all bullshit. This was something Obama did. Dude, come on. Obama fucked up a lot of things, and he may have fucked this up too, but you can't just throw this on the doorstep of the previous administration or administrations, plural, and just expect the American people, even your own base, to buy into this after everything that's been said and done in the last even just 2 to 3 months. This is what's ridiculous. And there's no defense for it. Period.
Yeah, and honestly, the hoax thing, I mean, Valiant, you basically nailed it, because honestly, like the whole hoax thing, it makes zero sense, first of all. And second of all, I don't even like when I read this, when I was reading this, and I mean, this was a long post that he was posting. It just doesn't even sound like Trump anymore. Like, is it just me, Or is this does this sound like somebody who's like putting this into Chat GPT and being like, write this like Trump would say something, like, because it doesn't seem or feel like Trump. Like the fact that, like, you know, boys and girls is there. It I don't know, man. Trump didn't used to be this disrespectful to his base. It makes zero sense for him to come out and say stuff like this.
Trump just does stuff that Trump wants to do. And that's something I've always understood. I mean, yes, his base is important to him and all this, but ultimately Donald Trump is going to do and say what Donald Trump wants to do and say. I think that's a key thing to understand for everybody out there.
Yeah.
But in this case, you know, this just seems like this was a complete whiff. This really was a complete whiff. And there are folks out there that think that, you know, oh, look, MAGA people will be apologists till the end. But that's not really true. I mean, those of us out there that look at things logically in reality, some are. No, I agree with you there.
Yeah, no, some are coping pretty hard, actually.
I would agree with you. And I think there's a degree of cope, quote unquote cope, that you can make. But I think it's the arguments that I made during the show publicly in front of everybody. Like, right, that okay, I can understand why that this administration or anybody else would not want to release the list, which absolutely unequivocally, you know, we all know it's out there, it exists. Okay. To think that a guy like Jeffrey Epstein, who was entertaining the entirety of the world's billionaires, didn't have a black book somewhere. Give me a fucking break.
Well, and Ghislaine came out and was like, I'll testify about it in Congress. And
she better shut her mouth, because her bitch ass is going to be dead by tomorrow.
I'm surprised she's still alive, to be honest.
I'm surprised too, man. I'm surprised too.
I mean, she's a loose tie, man.
But just come out and say that we can't do this, because the fallout from this would be greater than the collective world could comprehend. Like we would have a market collapse of 10% tomorrow, because CEOs and major multi-billion-dollar founders and shareholders would all be implicated in here, and it would be
though.
I'm
fine with that, dude.
I get that, Nina, but my point is, just say that. Just come out and say that, and say this is why we can't do it, instead of trying to gaslight people of there's no list.
We are literally
that's fucking stupid.
We are literally in a Watchmen situation with this, right? We are.
Where's the comedian, right?
This is the Watchmen, right here. Yeah. Because look, the right thing to do would be to expose these people, right? But if you do, you could end the world, right? You know what I mean? For the most part, you know, you could end the fucking world in a way, like, because a lot of people, well, here's the thing: if it's that many powerful people involved in this, do they all go down? No, of course not, because that means we'd have to go to war, right? Like other countries aren't going to just give their people up.
No.
So what does any of this mean?
Let's just say some countries won't be as close as allies anymore.
Away. Yeah, you got to kill Rorschach. That's the lesson here.
That's it.
Real quick, let me get some of these super chats here. Ian So Forth, thank you for the 50 pounds. He says, you can't be demonetized, but I did pee on this. Oh my God. It's all over the wall now, Ian. Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Wait, it's all over the wall. Oh God, that was more information than I needed.
Well, because of the background of the background.
What did you pee on, Nina?
No, he peed on the super chat. That's what he was saying. He said, I did pee on this.
He's been listening too much R. Kelly.
Nina starts every show with a large bath towel on the chair that she said.
This is not true at all. I don't know what he's talking about. Cape Strong for 10 says, start the ball because of your probable demonetization with these two.
Oh, that is very true.
Look at my I've had half my shows demonetized in the last 2 months. I'm like, dude, I give up with YouTube. Yeah, so.
I always have to remind myself, like, I'm on somebody else's show. I gotta behave.
Nah, you don't have to behave. Don't worry about it. That's why we got these nice people here that are.
We need the
money.
super chats to cover up the fact that YouTube is going to demonetize this. So you guys send in the super chats. Support Nina, one of my oldest friends on YouTube. Nina was one of the first friends I had 4.5 years ago when I came into YouTube. So, and it's been a real hot minute since I've been on here.
Can you believe it's been that long? Like
it'll be 5 years in January, Nina.
It feels like it's been a blink of an eye.
Do you remember when my kids came on to Toxic Femmes?
Yes, of course. I remember you coming on. With
Sparkle Bitch is going to be 18 in 2 months.
Oh,
that's my middle one.
God, that's so crazy.
My oldest one is going into her 3rd year in college. She's going to be 20.
Boy,
RJ Renegade Jr. is 14 now. Dude, we're getting old.
We're all getting old.
Tell me about it, man. Shit.
Jesus. Tennessee Tornado for 5 says, first time viewer of the show. Well worth the extra effort to get here after VR Pop Hiker.
Thank you, Tennessee Tornado.
Thank you, Tennessee Tornado.
I completely effed it up.
He said VR. I'm like, wait, me? I'm like, oh, I forgot we have the same initials.
Oh, that's right. We do. We're both VR. I didn't think about that.
True.
Yeah, Verbal Riot, Valiant Renegade. Yeah, you're right, dude.
VR times 2. That's great.
VR square.
VR squared. Achilles Jones is here. Thank you for the €10. Says opening JFK and his brother Robert, Martin Luther King Jr., etc. Trump said yes. He was hesitant regarding Epstein. If I recall the interview, nevertheless, the handling of this case it's awful. I think it's awful. It is very bad. It's all bad.
She was sitting at my
doggy here.
Aww.
She was sitting at my foot. She's like got her head on my lap. This is our new one.
Oh, so cute.
Is it a dachshund?
She is. Well, we know her mama. Her mama was a beagle for sure.
Okay.
But now that she's gotten a little bit older, she's about 2. We adopted her from a shelter a few months ago. She's getting all her spots. So we're like, oh, now we know your dad was Dalmatian. So we call her the Dal Beagle.
Oh.
What's his name or her name?
Her name is Dixie.
Hi,
RJ.
Dixie.
RJ gave her that name.
Yeah, I have a dachshund too, man. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love her. She's so cute.
She is a princess. And her older sister is at my feet right now. She's like, Daddy.
Yeah, Beagles
are
really
exactly.
like affectionate.
Yeah. Oh, look, there she is.
Look at her. She is.
There's Luna.
Like, what about me,
That's
Daddy?
Luna. Yeah.
Oh, I love Luna. Luna was my old cat's name. My dear departed kitty. So cute.
Yeah.
I love doggies.
She's grumpy. We have a tropical system moving in around right now. So they're all freaky. The next 2 days with these dogs, they're going to be,
all heightened.
Nuttier than a squirrel turd. Yeah.
Yep.
Bad news. Bad news. Badger. Wait, what was this for? I got 50 what?
50 Danish krona.
Danish krona. Thank you.
Yeah.
Says he's not dead. He got smuggled out and lived in a redacted. All we got is a dude saying he died.
Yeah, I'm sure he's hanging like on an island somewhere with Tupac.
Yeah, I saw the stories of like the 1 minute of missing video. Like they put out the video. Here's Jeffrey's jail cell door, but people quickly noticed, and I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just, again, this is just what I saw.
Conjecture.
People saying that there was a minute of video clipped out, and somebody said that, they analyzed the data file, and it was like, oh, it was processed. This wasn't a raw file. This was processed through Adobe Premiere.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, yeah, I remember the same thing happened with the Obama birth certificate the White House released years ago.
Epstein had a lot of money.
Oh my God, yeah.
Remember that? Somebody pulled like the Obama and the White House put out the birth certificate.
I remember
and then
that.
somebody downloaded it and was like, holy shit, this was saved in Photoshop.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like,
wow.
That was wild.
Remember who started that? Remember, like, people still do this. Donald Trump did this, and I'm like, Hillary Clinton was the one that started the birth certificate story.
Wait, was it?
Trump.
Because I remember it was Trump.
No, it was Hillary Clinton.
It was Hillary.
Wow.
Trump picked up on it and talked about it later, and then everybody attributed it to Trump
because it was when Obama ran against Hillary in the primaries. And,
yes,
yeah,
you're right.
She tried to get Obama disqualified in the primaries.
Yeah,
she was the one. It was her in the law firm. The same law firm that came up with the Steele dossier for the Trump PP story. That same law firm was the one that put out the one about the Obama birth certificate during the Democrat primaries in 2008.
You're right, because I remember that now, because I remember that Trump just wouldn't let it go. That's what it was. It was that he was just
That's why they stuck it all on him, but it was
Yeah.
it was always Hillary and the Clintons. They are dirtier than a tie hooker, dude. It's like it's just how it is. Yeah.
I love your analogies.
it's
I
true.
was
though.
hanging out with you, bro. We have Matthew Hammond in the house. He says, by the way, real quick before that, just to address this super chat real quick. I actually think like, I make this joke all the time with my husband. I'm like, I think he just, changed his name to Jeffrey Epstein and like it lives in like New York, like right underneath everyone's nose. He probably just got a nose job or something.
He's got a bagel shop in Jersey.
He just changed his name to a different version of Jeff, like it's GEO.
Or a jewelry shop. Or a jewelry shop.
Yeah. It's all good. We cut diamonds and we give you cream cheese. You put it on whatever you want.
Exactly.
You want some locks with that?
I
And
need
it's
Ron
like-
Coleman here right now to back me up on the Jewish jokes.
And
So-
it just happens to be one of those entrances too, like to remember how like they were like they had like a way into like the underground. There's gonna be
Yeah.
an underground passage in his shop. I could see it. I just can see it. Matthew Hammond for 2 says, "Is Epstein really dead, or did he get erased?"
Great
Wow.
Arnold Schwarzenegger film. I missed that one. That was an
That's a good
underrated
movie.
Schwarzenegger film.
Eraser.
Wait. Which one?
Eraser.
Eraser.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
That was a good
Remember
movie.
with the rail guns in that one and all that kind
That's
of
what
shit. Yeah.
the giant crocodiles and shit.
Is that one?
Was that
Right?
one? Yeah.
Where he was trying
Wait,
to protect.
who was the leading lady in that one?
It was
Wasn't
Vanessa Williams, right?
Yes, it was Vanessa Williams. No, he's
It was
right. It was
Vanessa
Vanessa
No,
Williams.
Eraser was with wasn't it with what's her name? The one from Freaky Friday. What's her name again?
Lindsay
Jamie
Lohan?
Lee
No.
Curtis?
You're thinking of True
Oh, you
Lies.
mean True Lies,
True Lies.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah, no.
which is also good, by the way. But
That's a good movie,
excellent.
yeah.
No, Vanessa Williams was Eraser.
Oh
He's
yeah,
right.
Vanessa
Yeah.
Williams. That's right.
yeah.
She was hot.
That was a few years after she was Miss America. Like when she was still like
Oh,
really,
she already
a
had
hot
like an
item in the
R&B career by that
Oh,
point.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
That was a good. Man,
She
I
was
should
hot.
watch
She
that
was very
again.
hot.
I gotta watch True Lies again. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Dude, that is
movie.
that is absolutely one. Let me tell you what, True Lies and Last Action Hero,
Oh
Two-
God, yeah.
2 of the most underrated Arnold films ever.
Last Action Hero was
Agreed.
peak.
So good. So peak.
I will also
he
say
made fun of
Twins.
himself the whole movie.
I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
I will also say Twins is very underrated. Just because.
I mean,
of
if you-
Twins DeVito.
If you
That
look
was
at
a
his
Danny DeVito
catalog,
movie.
man, I mean,
Yeah.
the Running Man was a great movie. I mean,
Are you looking forward to the new one?
you know what? I actually am because
Which
number
one?
one, I
I am
love
too.
Glenn Powell and I like
Yeah.
and I like Edgar Wright a lot. So
Yes.
I'm in.
I'm into
Which movie is this?
The
the
Running
new
Man.
Running Man. So it's a
Oh.
little bit. I think it's a lot bit. If memory serves, it's been probably 30 years since I read the book, the Stephen King novel. But like the one that came out in the 80s with Arnold was a great movie, a freaking awesome movie.
Great movie.
But they deviated from the book a lot for the adaptation. This one supposedly is supposed to be more original Stephen King
It's
book.
closer to the book. Yeah.
I didn't even know they were making it. Wait,
It's coming out in like 2 months.
There's already a trailer.
Yeah, the trailer came out.
Hot dude, Glenn Powell is
Glenn
in
Powell,
it.
yeah.
Yes, from Top Gun Maverick.
I was thinking Twisters because he's really hot.
Well, he's in that too. Yeah. Well, there you
His,
go.
his stock is on the rise.
Yep.
Something's on the rise, all right.
You have,
Um,
you have a new movie to go sit in the back row on and
I'm really excited about this now, you guys.
make out with yourself while you're watching it. There you go.
She has a husband.
She like,
I
oh, I know
all-
she does,
all
but she's
Bo.
like, oh my God, Glenn Powell's so hot. He's so hot. Did I say he's hot? He's really hot. Is he hot?
Honey, pretend you're Glenn Powell.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh my God.
Nina's
Wow.
like gearing everybody up. Like, I'm going to go see this movie and have some fun with
I'm
myself.
excited. Achilles, are you excited? That's exciting. 50 euros is exciting. Oh my God. VR, support Nina, done.
I told him, I sent my people over here. So there we go.
VR, can you come on more often? Thank you.
I wish I need to get back into spending more time building my own channel. I'm killing it. I mean, like, not in a good way. I mean, like, I'm killing it because I'm not doing as much as I used to even a year ago, just because I've been so damn busy. But I've got, 3
You
teenagers
have been killing
now.
it in a good way, though, dude. Your channel's been doing awesome. Which
I need
I'm
to
really
get
happy
back
for.
to managing it better. But I mean, I'm so busy with the day job, and I've got 3 teenagers, and I'm like,
I know. There's only
I gotta do.
Wow,
I have
three teenagers. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, a 19, a 17, and a 14. It's
Ooh.
It's a bitch, dude.
Those are
That is a
wild
bitch.
ages, man.
Yeah.
Wow. But at least the 19 one's almost like,
Out of the house.
Well,
Yeah.
but she's also the one that, she's in college. I'm paying for that every semester for, a chunk of it, a big chunk of it. And
no, well, I mean more like
she's
the
also the one
hormones
that's
are done.
no, but I mean, she's also kind of most like her mom. I love Mrs. Renegade to death, but she's also the most
She's like, oh my God, there's 2 of you.
insecure, kind of neurotic, kind of like, she's out there and, oh, I'm worried about this and that. She's driving home this
Aw.
Saturday and I'm like, honey, what time are you getting off work Friday night, Saturday morning? She's like, oh, I'm like, okay, we might have a tropical storm rolling through, blowing through torrential rain on your ride home. So I might come drive out there and pick you up. It's like that kind of thing.
That's great though that you can do that for her.
The older I get, the more I realize, like, okay, my kids are getting older. I need to spend more time with them, which means I have less time for YouTube because I want to be able to enjoy my kids before they're gone.
And you should.
And I'm getting that. I'll be 46 in a few months, and I'm like, I gotta.
Don't get me wrong, Valiant. Like, the chat loves you, we love you, but man, you're never gonna get that time back. It's a better investment to spend time with your kids.
I'm planning right now. Like, Renegade Junior has 2 days off of school the first week of October, and I'm right tonight. I'm planning on. I think I haven't told him yet. So y'all don't tell if RJ comes in the chat. He's not home. He's out playing Fortnite in a tournament with his friends.
What
down
if
the
he's
street.
listening?
No, he's not listening because if he was listening, he would be typing in the chat, Renegade Junior Gaming.
Okay.
But I'm going to surprise him. I was trying to take Sparkle Bitch, Nina, my almost 18-year-old. It's a YouTube joke. People like, you call your 17-year-old daughter a bitch? I'm like, oh my God. No, I don't. She came up with the name herself on a joke. We were doing a fishing boat like joke video a couple of years ago. And I said, I can't say your real name on YouTube. What do you want to be? She's like, Sparkle Bitch. Like, okay. She's been on Toxic Femmes. Nina knows.
Yeah.
But
and she said she wanted to be called Sparkle Bitch.
She did.
She did.
Are like, oh my God, you're the worst dad ever. You called your 17-year-old daughter a bitch. I'm like, no, that's not how. Anyway,
she called herself one.
Yeah. So
it's empowering, you guys.
Let me tell you what.
Women can call each other bitches, and it's empowering. It's okay.
Ever met her, which some of our YouTube community has. They meet her in Orlando with me every year. We go down there with her UDA dance competition at Disney. She can't make it in October, but RJ can. So what I haven't told them yet is tonight I'm booking the trip. We're getting down there for Halloween Horror Nights in Universal. When he's going to be off for 2 days, so we're going to take an extended 4 or 5 day trip because I just took him to Dollywood 2 weeks ago. I was visiting up in Tennessee with some friends. I was up there with
Dollywood.
Oh, he loved it. He hadn't been around like the big roller coaster since he was 8, which he was too little to ride them at that point. And we were joking, Sparkle Bitch and I, because she's a coaster nut like I am. Like we want the wildest roller coasters. We are high thrill enthusiasts. So we hit Velocicoaster and Universal like monsters when she's down there. She doesn't go to Disney with her friends. She has 4 days of Disney tickets when she does her national competition for dance every year. She doesn't use any of them. She doesn't give a crap about Disney. She wants to go to Universal with Dad, and we hit the coasters in Harry Potter World. Right. So she's like, RJ, he ain't gonna do anything. He's such a chicken shit. He'll walk up to the road. He'll want to do the Jurassic Park stuff, but as soon as he sees it, he won't do it. He saw every wooden roller coaster in Dollywood, and he was like, again, 70 miles an hour upside down. He was flipping out. I was like, I came home and I told his older sister, I'm like, oh, you were so wrong.
So wrong.
So
well, it feels like he might have had something to prove, you know.
He wants to go to Universal, so I'm like, okay. I'm thinking he's got 2 days off. We're gonna drive down there. I hate
That's a hell of a
Orlando,
surprise.
but yeah, I haven't told him yet. But I'm booking it tonight. I'm trying to get into the Helios, the hotel down there, the new one that's in Epic. So I might take a couple of days there, and we'll take 2 days in Epic, 2 days in the other parks, and I want to see what he can do. But I've never been to Halloween Horror Nights in Universal.
Really? It's so fun. It's so fun.
Every year I've wanted to go. Some shit has come up. I couldn't do it.
It's
ironically, I'm always there when they start the Mardi Gras season, and I make fun of them because I'm like, I'm from New Orleans, asshole. No, this is not. They do a pretty good job with Mardi Gras. They actually bring in New Orleans vendors and stuff like this. It's really cool. But we joke about it because I'm like, why am I always in Universal for Mardi Gras as a 46-year born and raised native of New Orleans?
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
But yeah, so
it's just funny the way that goes.
Sorry for the tangent, folks, but there we go. Don't tell him. Don't tell RJ.
Yeah, don't tell him. But like honestly, though, you're gonna have so much fun. Just don't touch anybody, like the talent, or else you'll get kicked out. That's the only thing.
Why would I touch the talent? Is it a strip club?
It happens. People touch people, and you're not supposed to, especially if you get really drunk. People get handsy, and then things just happen.
Wait a minute. Wait. I don't understand what you're telling me. Like, why you're talking about the character actors?
The character actors. They come into your face and they try to scare you and stuff. So you're not supposed to like touch them or push them or like, can I see that?
Right?
Like you're not supposed to do anything. That's like basically.
Where people like nobody's sitting there like all of a sudden like they're grabbing their private parts and stuff. Like, what are we talking about? I didn't understand what
Nobody's
you were telling me.
Pedro Pascaling anybody. Okay, don't worry.
Okay, yes, yes.
No. You're just not supposed to touch anybody. I went there with a friend, who got really drunk and ended up touching some of the cast members, and then they got kicked out immediately.
Okay, define touching. Like they were threatening them. There was violent, or was it?
No, just like touch. Oh, can I feel your costume? Just like a touch, like touch. You cannot touch the cast.
Well, that seems.
If
they're coming up to you like that, that seems kind of innocent.
It's like an unwritten rule. You're not supposed to touch them.
Okay, well, I didn't know about that.
It's actually not even unwritten anymore because they keep announcing it throughout the whole park. Do not touch the cast members. Do not touch them.
It's interactive. Like I understand. Like they don't want to be assaulted. I'm all for that. Right. But it's like if I went up to somebody and said, oh,
weird.
This costume is awesome. Can I feel like the cloth and the material? Like, what is this real? Is this like that? That's, I don't know.
You might be okay if they allow you to, but
okay. All
technically you're not allowed to.
Somebody must have been going over the top. Like that's why I was asking. Like this was unwanted touching.
You know how that like all these rules are set when like fucking retards basically take advantage of the situation.
There's a lot of fucking
everybody
retards.
Else gets fucked.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Achilles, for that massive super chat. We got also Matthew Hammond in the house for 2 says Susie Waz and Pam Bondi need to go. I would say, yeah, they should at least get fired.
It's to us. Let me say this real quick, if you don't mind. Here's the thing. The Pam Bondi situation is complicated, right? And again, it goes back to this whole issue of the Epstein issue, or this case being an unforced error. This was never, ever, 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 ever a big issue for Trump voters, ever in 2024. This was a thing, and people were hoping for it, but I don't know of a soul. I've never heard of a soul that walked into the voting booth as a primary function because release the Epstein files. Here's the thing. Pam Bondi, for all her faults, and she has a lot of them now, for damn sure. And there's faults that those of us on the Second Amendment, us gun guys out there, that can fault Pam Bondi for, even back in Florida, is not being the greatest defender of the 2A. That being said, the primary reason that Pam Bondi was brought in, and I totally agree with Ron Coleman on this, is that she was brought in because she was a fucking hawk when it came to the lawfare that was being conducted against Trump and Republicans by the left. And she has actively prosecuted the lawfare. Like, oh no, we're going after this judge. We're going after that judge. We're going to haul their ass. We're going to go to appellate court. Right. That's what Bondi was there for. She was there to be the fucking hammer when it came to lawfare. And I would put it to the chat and everybody else there that as much as we are righteously, and keyword righteously, disgusted at the conduct of this Epstein situation by Bondi, whether it was in her control or not, and we can argue both ways, she was brought there primarily to stem the deep state lawfare situation. And I think she's done an outstanding job to this point at that. This is why this is so complex, and it's hard to sit here and try to run over roughshod a person like Bondi wholeheartedly, because it's like, dude, she has done so much good stuff. But this was unequivocally a huge fuck up.
Yeah, I also feel like that people are using her as a kind of a scapegoat, because I think that the buck does stop with Trump. So.
Exactly. What can she do ultimately in this case? I mean, because I'm gonna tell you what, the day after the whole all the binders and shit went out, the reason why people were asking for 2 months, what happened? What happened? We haven't heard anything else. In those 2 months, Pam Bondi's office probably got about 1,000 fucking phone calls from all over the planet. Literally all over the planet.
Probably.
Or Trump's office. This is what's going to happen if you do this. This is what's going to happen if you do this. This is what's going to happen. And honestly, it was a miscalculation from the outset. These people should have known from day one that this was going to be a dumpster fire if they did it. We all want to see the list. I want to see the list. But I understand in this case why it's not happening. I don't agree with it, but I understand why. Again, I'm a math guy. I've been a math guy my whole life. You know, professionally and everything for 25 years. I'm a math guy, and I'm looking at the math. And the problem is that the Trump administration could have come out with the math. This is why we can't do it. But they went with, it's a hoax. That's what's a shit show. That's what everybody's pissed off about. It's like, dude, you were the guy, the Trump administration, you're the guy that we elected not to bullshit us. And everybody right now feels like we're getting bullshitted.
Yep.
That's a problem.
Tennessee Tornado for 10 says, I can give leeway for tariffs in the Middle East and the BBB, Big Beautiful Bill. It's not bring your own barbecue. I give 0 grounds for child abuse, and Trump said it didn't matter while Bondi is trying to get famous on it. It's sick. I agree with you that it's all sick, buddy. I think it's fucked. This whole thing is fucked on so many levels. I don't know, man. I'm just thoroughly disappointed at what's going on. But at the same time, I'm also like, I fully expected it. So I'm disappointed, but not surprised. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. JPS, thank you for the 5, says, forget the Epstein files. Trump is bringing back pure cane sugar Coke. America saved. Okay.
Wait,
look,
what?
This is one of those things to where, look, and this is great.
Pure sugar Coke. Got it. I'm like, wait a minute.
Cane sugar
Coke. I'm like,
as opposed to corn syrup.
I heard something totally different.
Yeah.
No, they're not putting Coke back in Coke.
Yeah, they're putting the cocaine back in Coke.
I mean,
cocaine again.
That was 100 years ago, again. Verbal.
Those were wild times, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You're drinking a Coca-Cola with fucking cocaine in it? I mean,
that's what
it was. That's what it was. Most people don't remember. Most people don't know that. But that's why it was sold as like a medicinal drink.
Wait, is that why it's called Coca-Cola?
Yes.
Because it's from the coca plant.
Because of the cocaine. Got it.
Yes. Because of the cocaine.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, look, that's one of those things to where
back in the day when someone asked if you were doing Coke, they meant the drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it would have had to have been back in when did they change that? I think it was probably the 1930s.
Yes.
20s.
Was
Yeah,
it the third? No, I think it was a little
30s,
bit
40, maybe 40s.
40s. I think
Yeah.
40s.
Yeah.
JPS, thank you again for that super chat. I'm
Yep.
putting you as the big screen because we all want to
Put
look
the
at the
cane
dog.
sugar back in. Look, it's great for America because especially down here, and I'm biased, Louisiana, sugar cane is a major crop down here. And I mean, huge,
is he actually doing
huge.
this though? I actually had not heard about this. Is he actually putting cane sugar back in Coke? Because I mean,
Well, I
they do
hope
that in
so because
Mexico.
it's way better. It's better for you than corn syrup.
This is
Yeah.
one of the Kennedy things.
Is that one of the Kennedy things? Maha
Yep.
or whatever?
Instead of having like the processed corn syrup, like the rest of the world, like if you drink a Coke in Europe, it's very different because it uses real cane sugar.
Same thing with
I'm
Mexico,
in
right?
Mexico. I'm
Yeah.
in Mexico, and
Mexico,
we always
yes.
use real cane sugar here. In fact, Americans would
I
come
bet a lot of
here
your
to
sugar
get
cane
Coke.
that you have in Coke in Mexico comes from right here, about an hour away from me. in
See,
Louisiana.
that is so messed up, man. Like, and that's the
Americans
thing.
come to
There are
here
so
for
many things in
Coke.
other countries that are illegal that we eat and consume here.
This is true, but it's just funny to me though that this is actually going to become a thing, because that's basically what it was like until they were like, "Oh, we're gonna, put all this crap in it now instead of actual cane sugar."
Okay, I can get behind Trump on this, man. Let's put the sugar back in the cane sugar back in the Coke.
I
Get rid of all the
agree.
processed stuff, right? That's what he's
Yes.
really going after. It's
Let's
things
do
like
that.
that his administration, like the attention should be on, and
Yes.
not his complete botching of this Epstein stuff.
I agree.
And it's sad. It really is sad that
But
so
it was
much
a
of his good work-
self-inflicted wound. Totally self-inflicted. Yeah.
Jay is here, and he says for $10, the Black Book and any other documentation could have gotten the Enron treatment a long time ago. If the establishment wasn't going to weaponize it, then why would they hold on to it? Exactly. I certainly think that they're weaponizing it. And my whole beef is if your excuse is that it's been gotten rid of, then you need to go after basically the people who got rid of it and prosecute them, because somebody has to be held accountable for this shit. That's the whole point of going after the swamp.
Yeah.
But nobody's going down for this or anything. The other thing that I was like, you know what? There would be another way that he can fix this and claw out of it if he prosecutes Fauci. Like, prosecute anybody. Fauci, like anybody, like, yes, he can. Apparently there's this whole thing coming out now that what the pardon that he got wasn't even like legit because it was done with auto pen or something like that. Now they're going to be putting him on the stand for something else, and if he lies on the stand, they can get him on that. I don't know we all know, but the point is, if he goes after somebody, like anybody that people have been wanting, and like, changes the narrative to like, yeah, we are actually going to prosecute people. I don't know, maybe that'll save him a little bit. But
I will say this: going after Fauci will cover a multitude of sins, so that might be a great idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
because everybody wants Fauci.
Exactly, and I think people will be at least like somewhat, happy with that.
The problem with Fauci is that certainly not the same extent, but at least to a not insignificant lesser extent, is another one of those guys that I know where all the skeletons are buried. He's been there for
that's true.
8
Since
administrations,
the 80s, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the problem with it. With a guy like him, it's like, oh, you want to prosecute me? Well, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. I mean, he is. And look, when you have such a tenuous relationship with bad actors on the global stage, people like the communist Chinese, who clearly Fauci has a lot of frickin' ties with, right?
Yeah.
The whole Wuhan lab and everything. Oh, you can't remember when YouTube was striking us for saying that COVID came from fucking China? And it did. Well, Fauci was involved in all of that. So, I mean, what do you do? And this is the problem. Sometimes there's people that just need to get put out to pasture or silently taken out by a Witworks team. I'm not saying anything specific. But the point. But yeah, I mean, prosecuting him, there's a lot of things. Look, Trump is doing a lot of really great stuff. I love the issue with the foreign trade negotiation. I love. I've been dealing with clients for since March and April when the stock markets went crazy, and I'm like, just chill. Trust me. You got more money? Send it to me. If it's on the sideline, send it to me right now. Late March, early April. They have made a shitload of money since then. The ones that listen to me. And the point is that all this was going to go away, right? Trump does a lot of good stuff. He's on the right track on a lot of things, and it pisses me off that he's letting as much as we all hate Jeffrey Epstein, and what he did was abhorrent. This is a hard pill for people to swallow. This is in the grand scheme of things at a national level. Unfortunately, this is kind of small potatoes. But this is the hill that Donald Trump, for whatever reason, has chosen to fuck it all up on.
Yeah, it's weird, man. His
it is
responses
really
are
frustrating.
weird.
It's like this could have been handled better than he did it.
I mean, but you got Kevin Spacey coming out here and be like, release the files. It's just like, what is
Kevin
happening?
Spacey's probably on the motherfucking list.
I know.
That dude has done more 14-year-old boys than, never mind.
Oh my God. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He got fired and blacklisted from everything, allegedly, by Hollywood industry that has probably also done a lot of the same things that Kevin Spacey did. That's how bad Kevin Spacey was.
Hollywood's a dirty fucking place, man.
Oh my God.
Wonko the Sane for $4.99 says, another Valiant boomer redirect refugee here. Loving everything I'm hearing. Subscribe. Thank you. My channel is also basically dead because it's shadow banned. So thank you for the subscriptions, everybody, all the Valiant crew. Matthew Hammond for 2 says, Steve Harvey shouldn't have been the Running Man host. Should have been the Running Man.
Oh, in the new movie.
Oh no, fuck that guy.
Steve Harvey.
I don't have strong feelings about Steve Harvey. Like apparently,
I don't.
Isn't the guy in the new movie? Isn't the host the guy that I can't remember his name? It's
Coleman Domingo.
Is that the one from Severance? The guy from Severance.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Milchek.
He's a very good actor, by the way.
Yes. No, if it's the guy, he is awesome. He's all in Severance. If that's the same guy, I think it is.
Steve Harvey is like
awesome.
the equivalent of basically like he's basically like a male feminist in a way, except with black women, right? He's always like chastising black men, on why they need to be better to black women and all this other shit. Even though he treats black women like shit, from at least from his ex-wife's explanation of their relationship. But Steve Harvey is like the way Bill Cosby used to be, where he would always find a reason to like chastise black men for one thing or another.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea. That's interesting.
And he doesn't like, it's basically pandering. He just panders.
I got some loud thunder in the background. So if I suddenly disappear in 5 seconds because the power just flickered, I'm just giving you a heads up. But
that's good to know. But okay, before you
Coleman Domingo. Yeah, there it was. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
There was definitely some interesting news about the Superman numbers. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh yeah, did that on the show tonight.
Numbers.
Which specifically?
I heard something from Odin. He shared something about how the international numbers like may have been fucked over or something like that for Superman.
Okay,
let me
so we covered this earlier on the show. If you want to pull up the-numbers.com. So when I was reviewing show prep in the limited time I had today at my office with the real job, everything looks
called. I'll pull it up.
It's the numbers.com, but it's the -numbers. That's what Odin and I use frequently for our box office. So this wasn't there at 3:00 this afternoon, but when I started the show at 5, they had been updated. And I was like, somebody super chatted me about this, and I said, I'd love this to be right, but it's not right. So click on Superman.
Okay.
Go into that. Let's see if they've revised it. No, it's still there. Okay, so here's the deal. The domestic total box office is correct. And it is doing much better. And we talked about this today because the first Tuesday of 17 million Man of Steel, which everybody's been comparing this to, the first Tuesday for Man of Steel was 11.5 million. The first Tuesday for this is 17. Even if you adjust Man of Steel up 40 to 45% for ticket price inflation since 2013, this still beats it. Which goes back to what we talked about on my Sunday show, what Chris Gore, our buddy over at Film Threat, said last Wednesday with Alan when they first covered the film. Chris said, I think this movie is going to be a big hit with kids, with the younger generation. Friday, the post-track exit polling data came out. Thank you, Jay. The post-track exit polling data came out. Kids under 12 and under and their parents, 5 stars for this movie.
Yep.
We covered that Sunday, and I said, here we go, kids. This is where the win's going to happen. Chris was right. The exit polling is backing this up. This is going to be a big merchandise seller. I told my audience Sunday night on the live show, I said, just wait. Let me know if you have 20 kids show up at your door Halloween night in a few months.
As Superman?
Tell me if not, out of 20 kids, that at least 4 or 5 of the boys aren't dressed up as Superman. We're going to know.
And have a little crypto dog with them.
Or something like that. Right, exactly.
They will have like a little plushie or something, like, carrying around with them. Like, it's my crypto one,
Yep. Because we saw this phenomenon 10, 15 years ago with the launch of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is what Disney lost. This is what Disney broke. They lost the kids. They lost that because nothing out of Marvel phases 4 and 5. There has been no merchandise of any measure sold from any of the shit no.
You're muted. You're muted.
I am?
No. Verbal riot.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say because it doesn't sell.
No, it does exactly. This
who's buying fucking Miss Marvel?
Nobody wants Ironheart.
That was it. Nobody wants Ironheart. Nobody wants. I mean, that was why we told people for years, like the whole, like the $1 billion that Captain Marvel dragged in the theaters was all fugazi. But it did $1 billion. Like any movie in that slot 2.5 months before Endgame came out would have done $1 billion. You could have had 2 hours of a dead blind monkey laying in the grass.
No,
for
seriously,
2 fucking hours, and it would have made a fucking $1 billion if you'd put a post credit scene, whatever, in it for Endgame. It didn't matter.
And say it's related
because
to
the merchandise
Endgame.
Didn't sell. Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody was buying Captain Marvel merch. Nobody. Zero.
No.
It all went right next to the Rose Tico dolls.
Nobody bought Shang-Chi. Nobody bought.
No,
they didn't buy any of that shit, man.
But I'm gonna tell you what, they're buying this. The kids are going to buy this.
And the cool thing is, it gives the kids, it gives them something for everybody, right? Like there's little black kids who might want to be Mr. Terrific, right? It gives little black dude somebody to dress up as.
I talked about this Sunday. This is where Disney fucked up.
You could dress up as Guy Gardner. It gives the girls Hawk Girl to dress up as, right? Like it provides a lot, man. And I agree. I knew when I watched the movie that even though I liked it, I knew kids would like it even more because it kind of appeals to them, and it does feel like something right off of the page of the comic book.
Get this. That's what exactly happened, Verbal. You're like word for word. I talked about it with my nephew, who's 9 years old, and my nephew did not even like Superman. Like, he did not like the Superman hero at all. Like, his dude is Spider-Man, and he just did not like Superman. He was not a Superman guy.
Sure.
And I was like, he was like, all right, I guess we'll go to this movie. Like, because his mom was like, do you want to go to this or Jurassic World? He's like, I don't care about dinosaurs. Let's go to this, So they go to this one, and he comes back. I love Superman. I love the dog. I love crypto.
Yeah.
Here's love crypto. I don't like crypto. They love crypto.
No, none of the adults really like the dog, but the kids like it,
That's
I
just
want it to like the dog.
And what you got to understand is, okay, you brought up a great point, Nina. Spider-Man has always been head and shoulders separated from the rest of the Marvel character gang in terms of saleability. Like, this is why, to this day in 2025, on the balance sheet, on the cash flow statements for Disney, there is Marvel and Spider-Man is separate. Right? Not only because they have a co-ownership ish deal with Sony, thanks to the film rights and the merchandising that goes along with it, right? But it's because Spider-Man is so far above and beyond anything and everything else, Marvel. Even with like Robert Downey Jr. and when Captain America was in the heyday, they got closer, but Spider-Man is still clear and away. Batman is that character for DC.
Correct.
In terms of merch and everything else.
Yeah.
Batman has been the big dog.
Yep.
Superman could climb and close that gap here with this type of thing. And this is what Chris was right about. And the post-track scores, the exit polling data for this was right about. Now, just real quickly to what we're looking at on screen, the international box office was weird as that was $95 million through the weekend. It's now
that didn't
jumped.
Make sense.
That's why I think this is a reporting error. It does happen. There's a data entry error or something. I think it's going to get resolved tomorrow. I cover this tonight. But the thing is that the fact that Superman has really captivated the younger audiences, I think this thing is going to continue to leg out.
I agree.
I would love that international box office figure to be real. I seriously doubt that it is right now.
I'm going to tell you something though, because in the international number just doesn't seem right to me because I'm in Mexico and all of the shows are sold out here. So I just think to myself, if that's like my theater, there's no way like other countries aren't the same way because, the international numbers usually kind of align with what I experience when I go to the movie theater. If they're empty, then the international numbers don't show up. But if they're full, usually the international numbers reflect that. And in this time, it wasn't reflecting that. Now it's starting to go up a bit, which is good. But I was thinking like,
it went up. It went up 65 million in 2 days, which I think is off. I'll put it this way: Man of Steel 2013 had a domestic opening weekend of about 128 million, if not mistaken. Again, unadjusted dollars. Man of Steel 2013, 128 million opening weekend 2013. It had an international opening of 78. So this movie at 95 decisively beat it in raw dollars. Maybe not in adjusted dollars, but in raw dollars. And that's why from this jumping from 95 to 159, there's if you click on the international tab on the screen there, you'll see, I think if I have to bet right now, the error is going to be right there at the top with China showing 35.8 million. I think.
Look, there's Mexico.
Right. My point is, I think there's a zero that's out of place on China.
Oh,
because China didn't have that much on Sunday. Now, it could have been delayed. I don't know. But again, I'm just being a mathematical skeptic here because math is what I do for a living. This seems unreasonable. It could happen, but the probability factor of this being real seems to me at this point kind of low. We'll see. I'll let this shake out in a couple of days. But look, the thing is, this thing is definitely growing legs in the domestic box office. And I'm really wanting to see how many kids show up in Superman costumes this year at Halloween. Because people joke about this, but that is a real bellwether. When you start seeing when kids show up in Halloween costumes, you go to the door. It's like, oh, we got generic ghost. We've got generic witch. We've got generic this, generic. But when they start showing up in a Spider-Man, there's always a bunch of Spider-Mans every year for boys.
Sure.
Like how many kids are going to show up this year as Elphaba from Wicked, the girls?
Oh, yeah.
Versus a Disney princess, right? How many Elphabas am I going to get versus a Disney princess? How many Glendas am I going to get versus a Disney princess? There's going to be a lot of Glendas. How many Supermans this year are going to show up at my door versus like comparable Spider-Mans? Or Captain America's, or they're not. There will not be one fucking Riri Williams at my door. I guarantee you right now.
Absolutely not.
There won't be a Riri Williams anywhere in America. In the middle of fucking Detroit, there will not be a Riri Williams showing up at anybody's door. Okay.
Look, the thing with this is going to be really interesting is that because I heard about the whole Snyder Superman doing better in the opening weekend. But the thing that sets it apart, though, is that during that weekend, people saw it and were like, why the fuck did I bring my kid to this movie? And told their friends, don't bring your kid to the Superman movie because there's nothing in it for them. and there wasn't.
The kids
And
love this
it's
one.
the difference with this movie, because everyone's gonna go and be like, "This movie was great. Take your kids to this movie."
Some of the, or it's not a lot, but I will say some of the adults may not like this, and I totally understand it. But again, I went to this movie, and this is how crazy it was. Get ready for this. So Jurassic World, I hated it. I thought it was a terrible story.
Everybody
But
said that.
Renegade Jr. loved it. Why? Because he loves Jurassic World. And he's into, I want to see monsters eating people. And I know this dinosaur and what that is. And he studies all, and he's jaded with it.
Oh,
Okay. Which is fine. But I'm like, story-wise, it was terrible. It was awful. The next week we went to go see Superman. Well, actually, not even a week later. And he's like, I didn't like Superman at all. I had fun. So there's that issue with it. Like, and part of it was because I think part of it was because, and he won't admit it, was because I kind of dumped on Jurassic World. So he was getting back at me when I said I had fun with Superman.
oh, so he's like, "Oh, you like this, huh?"
Father, yeah, exactly. I think that was part of it. But the point is that most of the kids, like I said, they're going to see this movie and they're getting hooked on it. And look, the adults that don't like it, I understand the complaints. I don't necessarily agree with all of them, but I do understand them.
Same.
But looking at it from a purely business perspective, which is my ultimate goal on YouTube, that's all I've ever tried to do. Look at this from a money standpoint, and I will get passionate about certain issues. I will deviate from just a pure business discussion if I deem it necessary. Hey, the name of the channel's Valiant Renegade, so I get to do what I want to do. But ultimately, I'm looking at this like, okay, this movie hit the mark. David Zaslav and James Gunn, they went in with a plan, and the plan is working. They're not trying to necessarily just enrapture all of the 20 and 30 and 40 and 50-year-olds. A lot of them do enjoy this movie, but what they've clearly gone after is the younger generation. Why? Because this new DCU is a 10-year plan. They want the 12-year-olds out there and the 13-year-olds to be their most favored audience, because they have to take those kids right now and get them so into it that when they finish this thing in 10 years, when these kids are 22 and 23 and 24 and 25 years old, they're still watching it. That's what they're doing. I see where they're going with this business model. And
although again, I will say tonally, it might be a little all over the place, because just looking at this picture right now, you know, Superman was definitely for kids. Peacemaker is not for kids at all.
You're, and I laughed myself to death with this, but this is kind of like they're doing this at definitely a more adult shifted version of it. But it's like the old days when John Lasseter was still at Disney doing Pixar movies, and the Pixar movies were good. And you got a Pixar movie that was 95% for kids, but you had 5% of the jokes in there that only the parents would get.
Yep.
And that's kind of the same flavor, I think, in here, Verbal. Although it's a different spectrum, because this is definitely more adult geared than a Pixar movie.
Peacemaker is so much more adult. Like, it's
oh
not
god,
even
when I saw Peacemaker on the news thing, I died laughing. Like Renegade.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. And he did some great promos too.
So
he
good.
went on Inside the NBA and he did like a whole promo for like promoting Superman and his show. Like, they've been doing really good promos for Peacekeeper.
John Cena is a shockingly good actor.
Peacemaker.
His whole China thing was, again, another stupid, unforced error on John Cena's part. But, you know, giving him credit where credit is due, when you put him in the right role, he is so.
He nails
Peacemaker was one of the funniest, most fun shows I've ever watched.
I agree.
I will say this. I've heard so many people say what you just said about this show. I have not watched this show because
you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
I had zero interest because I loved Rick Flag and I hate the fact that he died in the Suicide Squad. So I was like, I don't want to watch this show because I was
Cena is so good in this show.
But this is the thing. With watching Superman now, I'm excited about this world. And I've heard so many people say what you just said, that this show's great. John Cena's funny. This is a good show.
And they do address him killing. They do address him killing Rick Flag in the show.
Yeah, they do.
hated that so much. Like,
they
I
do address
love
that.
Joel Kinnaman, so I was like, I hate the fact that Joel Kinnaman is not in this.
Nina,
anymore.
honestly, you're going to laugh your ass off at the show. It is such a good show. Like, it's
I
really-
want to watch
enjoy
it
it.
now. I want to watch it now because James Gunn sold me on this world that he's building. So I'm like, okay, you know what? If this is what's going on, I'm gonna check it out.
And that was a James
also-
Gunn show, was it not?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a James Gunn show based on his Suicide Squad.
That was the first. I mean, that was before Superman, Peacemaker. I mean, it wasn't a movie, but that was the first show that James Gunn had a relatively heavy hand in.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
His wife's in the show.
Yeah.
And now they're saying that they're gonna be fast tracking the Wonder Woman movie at DC Studios. And then I think I also heard because they Zaffron, is that his name? He also
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. That's right.
No. Peter Safran.
Peter
right?
Safran.
Yeah.
Thank you. Peter Safran also commented on I'm terrible with names. So, he commented on how they're going to do Clayface, which I don't know if I'm gonna like Clayface. Is
That's
that
a weird choice for me. I don't understand why they're doing that.
I don't know.
My thing is, okay, I can handle all that. My thing is, I don't understand why the Batman 2 is happening.
Yeah, they should just kill it. They should just kill it at this point.
It throws everything off, man. Like
nobody cares.
I can give you an explanation.
Tell us the explanation.
I really look. Here's the thing with it. Remember when David Zaslav came in, right? He came in first fiscal quarter of 2022. His first earnings call that he conducted May of 22, which I still laugh to this day. I have no idea how. I think it was that earnings call. Yeah, it was the earnings call in May of 22. I'd been on YouTube a year and a half. I just started doing live shows. I don't even think 4 months earlier. We had almost 5,000 people watching that live stream where I was covering the earnings call for Warner Brothers. It was Zaslav's first call.
That's crazy.
Like one of the biggest live shows ever. It was stupid. It was crazy. The thing is that movie was released that same year in 22, right? Or I think, was it 22 or 23? I'm trying to remember. That was right after the whole Project Popcorn days of Jason.
I want to say
Kilar.
22.
Yeah, 22. That was the first movie I think that came out that, the Project Popcorn thing, Jason Kilar and all that stuff. And look, they had this set up. They had Matt Reeves in there. The audiences responded relatively well to it, although certainly not one of the biggest Batman movies ever, right? Batman is still Batman. They have Robert Pattinson in there, had an option for probably future movies, I'm sure. The tone of that first movie, that whatever, 3 hours long, whatever the hell it was, that doesn't necessarily need to be done again in the second iteration. But they've already got a guy that has at the box office coming right out of COVID was one of the biggest movies that people turned out for.
Right.
Zaslav, as a businessman, looks at this and goes, fuck it. I ain't rocking the boat. We've got something here, right? James Gunn.
Well, and then Penguin did really well.
Exactly. And that Matt Reeves movie, with the Batman, Gunn wasn't around at that point. Now he is. So it's like, hey, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. We've got Matt Reeves. We've got a Batman that people have responded to relatively well in Robert Pattinson, for good or ill. We can do something with this. We don't need to change midstream. Let's try to make this work. James, Peter, go in here. You're working with Matt Reeves now. You're in charge of this. Take what we had before that did almost 800 million globally in one of the shittiest moments in theatrical exhibition history in terms of audience capacity, right after we came out of COVID, and turn this into something. I think that's where David is. If I was him, if I was in his chair, if I was David, that's exactly what my thought process.
But it doesn't fit the tone of James Gunn's universe. But also,
but they can tweak that though.
But also, we could say the same thing about the Joker, right? The Joker, hit
Joker
$1 billion, right?
Yeah.
It hit $1 billion, right? And then they do another one, and it does nothing. In fact, it does worse than they've ever.
But that wasn't David. Zaslav didn't set that in motion. Well, he didn't set that in motion. That was greenlit before.
No, and I understand
that was greenlit and in production 3 years before Zaslav walked in the
But he should have killed it like he killed Batgirl, because that shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know if the right move is
Wait,
another Matt Reeves Batman.
Did we lose you, Valiant? I can hear you still. Oh, I heard him. Oh, there he goes.
Could have been the thunder, the storm.
Yeah, Clayface though, man. What the fuck? Like,
I think that's a bad idea. I think it's the wrong choice. But what do I know, right? I mean,
same. What do I know? I don't know.
You know what? Okay, I'll tell you why it's a weird choice for me. Because number one, Clayface is a villain. He's a villain, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and he's a very obscure villain at that. So I don't understand where this is supposed to go.
It's such an obscure villain. I could hear you, and then you're and the power went out. Well, I'm so happy you were here, Valiant. You were such a great guest. Everybody make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so to Valiant Renegade's channel. It's in the description, and I think Darren's been dropping the link. So thank you, Valiant, for coming on. You're going to have to come back again and another time so we can talk. Maybe after Fantastic Four comes out, because I did want to talk to you about Fantastic Four as well.
I'm seeing it next Monday, by the way.
You are? Okay, come back Wednesday.
I'm going to an early screening. Yes, I will.
You should come spoil it for me.
I'll have all the tea, as the kids say. Do I still say that? Do kids still say tea?
Yeah, of course. I say tea all the time. I mean, I'm not a kid, but I do. I say that. Valiant, thank you again for being awesome and being here tonight. Everybody check out his channel.
Be safe out there, man.
Yeah, man. Be safe. I hope your power comes back soon. All that stuff is really annoying when that happens. And I know because I live in Cancun and we go through that quite a bit. But I brought up Pedro Pascal. So let's quickly talk about this situation, which I'm sorry Valiant wasn't here for now. But I had a viral tweet today about Pedro Pascal on this. Just the most ridiculous like tweet. This is not even, it's like some fan account that tweeted out saying like, this is like a rumor saying Voldemort is already cast and will appear in multiple episodes. To keep it a surprise, HBO has decided to announce who has been cast as Voldemort. And I just said, I'm just going to take a wild guess that it's Pedro Pascal. Only because I know he had a relationship with HBO. They don't like the fact that he got killed off on that show now. And also because he's in everything. So I'm like,
I long for the day when Hollywood realizes that there's like 1,000 other actors that could play roles out there, that they don't have to keep going to Pedro Pascal. They could pick a different actor altogether. Like, believe it or not, there's other actors out there.
I know, right? Like, it's so weird when they do the same guy over and over again. It's always been weird. Like,
I don't
when
understand.
They do that.
There's so many good actors out there. Why do we have to keep doing this? And by the way, what makes it even crazier, he's still not proven to be a box office draw.
Not yet. Maybe this time. So, we're waiting.
Okay,
Fantastic Four.
Why keep casting this guy if he's unproven?
This is true. I don't know. That's a good freaking question. But look at this, dude. 8.9 million views now.
That's insane.
On this.
That's insane.
And over 144K likes. That's crazy, man. I did not expect this thing to blow up.
You never know, though, man. It's the ones you expect the least, right?
Like, I did not expect this at all. This guy's this funny. Why not Octavia Spencer? Are you one of those racist misogynists? I was like, they should make her Bellatrix Lestrange. Shout out to this dude who posted the thumbnail photo of him.
That's pretty funny.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
Got the mustache.
Because you know he won't shave, right?
Yeah. He's gonna have, but the thing is, this mustache is way too nice. He can't even grow mustache. He's got that like shitty little stubble thing with like, I don't know.
The pencil mustache.
Yeah. I'm like, he can't even grow that. Like, he wouldn't be able to grow this mustache. Valiant for $10 says, thanks for having me. Sorry about the dropout. I had a feeling that was coming. It was getting way too loud outside. Louisiana weather. I understand completely, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. You did not have to do that. And definitely come back on after Fantastic Four is out and numbers are out so we can talk about that. And this is funny. thank you again for being here, and be safe. Be safe out there. Russell Hall for 2 says they promote the people who represent their agenda. This is true.
Yeah,
They do that.
that's why he's getting nominated for an Emmy for only being in 3 episodes of The Last of Us.
Yeah, the responses on this was so funny because it's basically 2 crowds. One, it's the crowd that thinks this is hilarious and they got the joke. And then the other are the Pedro stans who are pissed at this joke and being like, I can't believe you're even making joke about that. He would never work with that turf bitch, J.K. Rowling. Like, it's just, they're so mad about it. I'm like,
You know,
it's a joke.
The longer I'm on X and just other social media platforms, I'm starting to believe that there might be just like a secret dimension of like monkeys on computers, like just typing shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this can't be real life.
Y'all are not ready. Oh my God! Look, he's got the stubble on this.
That's hilarious.
This is the one. That's it. Oh
That
my
is funny.
God, that is the one, man. The
You know
quote
what?
tweets are funny, man.
Now that I think about it, it might work. I mean, they can call him Voldemort. Voldemort.
El Voldemort. This is true.
A Voldemort.
Excuse me? This Pedro Pascal? Be for real.
That's
like,
crazy.
You know, like the one that's like not into that. Impossible because Pedro is a transphobic piece of shit.
You know, between your tweet and you know, the new Zelda being cast and it's not a trans woman, they're having a bad day.
They are having a bad day. Pedro's sister is trans woman. He would never support this franchise. Pedro Pascal, resident trans ally, and Joanne Rowling hater. Joanne.
By the way, this is a show for kids that they're slamming, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is a children's show.
Starring a very prominent black lead as Snape.
Oh my God, that is a thing. Actually, I did have that pulled up as well because
and a biracial Hermione.
This is true because they show that he's dressed up as Harry for the first time.
Wait, how young are they supposed to be in this show?
The same age as the books. I think he starts out around like 10 or something, right?
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, yeah, he looks about 9 or 10. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
It's like that's when it starts at the books. They're like 9 or 10, and then they grow
so
up.
this is like a real kid show. Like this is.
Oh yeah, that's how it starts, and then it becomes like darker and darker and darker as they grow older, which is kind of interesting.
Well, you know what? Hopefully, then, like they'll be more regular with the filming, and it won't be like the fucking Stranger Things kids.
Yeah,
they're like in their fucking 40s now.
They're all adults.
You know, still playing like junior high school kids. I mean,
she's gonna have her own fucking kids soon, like that fucking.
Dude, Millie Bobby Brown is a married woman right now.
I know.
With her own clothing line. Like this is crazy.
Oh my God, dude! Like seriously though, going through this cast. Like just scrolling through this, the second you get to Snape, it's so out of like, it's just so out of left field.
Jarring.
Like, it's
jarring. Jarring.
Look at this. Just watch as I scroll through this. There's Hermione,
which isn't bad. I'm okay with Hermione.
Yeah, I'm not hating that. Got the redhead kid. Ron. That's good.
Of course, I'm down with that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm feeling all of this so far.
Wow.
Then we get this.
It's just so jarring. You're like, okay, that's different.
This is some dumb shit here.
This is so stupid. Nick Frost, you know what? I will say I was a little bit disappointed with the picture for Nick Frost. Did you see it?
He looked weird. He looked like an Ozempic Hagrid.
He did look like an Ozempic Hagrid. I was like, what is going on with him? Because he doesn't look good. Like, I thought he was going to look good. But you know what else
I did too. Actually, I had hope, man. But look at that. That's weird.
Yeah, but you know what else I think it is, to be fair? I also think it's the hair. Because he's got, like, a really, like, nice part here. And he's got, like, his beard is not disheveled enough.
Yeah,
it
right.
needs to be like fully curly here. Like he needs to be like way more disheveled. Like he's not. He looks like he's way too fashionable as Hagrid. Like he's got like a nice cut. You're like, that's not Hagrid. Hagrid is like he's got like my cut, kind of.
I mean,
like,
maybe we need
know?
another picture of him, but he doesn't look like a giant to me. You know?
No. He needs a little bit more.
Like old Hagrid looked like a giant. Even when he was like just a headshot, he looked like a big guy. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Here's old Hagrid, just so we can kind of see him. But like, look at what I'm talking about with the hair. Look at how messy and crazy his hair is. You see how it's like all in the front? Like it doesn't have a front part. Like he's not fashionable. This dude lives in the jungle. Like he's got a fucking, a shack outside of Hogwarts. He takes care of his little like beasts, the magical creatures.
He looks like he grows his own weed, right? Like
exactly. Exactly. That's who that guy is. Not like, I'm going to Hogwarts. Let me brush my hair now. Like, I don't know. He just doesn't look like that. Let's see who else. We got this dude. Actually, this dude like kind of looks the part. I like him.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good cast. Oh, this dude. I don't see it. This dude is way more iconic than this. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not seeing it here.
I don't see that at all, but
I don't see it. Not good. Oh, this is Molly Weasley.
Okay. I mean, she's fine.
Is this the chick from IT Crowd?
I don't know.
Catherine Parkinson.
I only saw like a couple of episodes of that show, and I don't remember her all that much.
Hold on, I gotta check it. Oh my god, it is! Oh my god. I love her because I love the IT Crowd. So I'm totally sold for this casting right here. This is fucking great. I love her. I'm really into. Can you please promise me that you're gonna watch this show?
Oh, I'm absolutely gonna watch it. Yes.
Not Harry Potter. I'm talking about the IT Crowd.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen like a couple of episodes, but I never got too deep into the show.
It's not even that many episodes. It's like I think there's like 5 or 6 episodes in each season. I think the last season may have like 8 or 9 episodes. But yeah, it's like really not that long. It's so good. You will love it. You will absolutely love it. And this chick kills it in that show.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
That's great. It's Jen. Oh my god, there's an episode, Verbal, and the IT Crowd where because she's basically the boss of the other two.
Right.
Other two dudes. She's like their department head because she's good at people management. Anyways, so she gets her period.
Oh no.
And they have to deal with her. So the whole episode is about working with women who get their periods. Like that's literally the episode. And she's fucking amazing in that episode because they dress her up the most insane thing. And she's like, I remember. It's so fucking funny. You have to watch it. I'm butchering this. Oh my god. Peter File. Is there a pizza file here? A pizza file? We're looking for a pizza file. That's a joke from that show. I'm telling you, you will love it. You will love it. JPS, thank you for the 5. Says, I don't mind HBO doing Temu Harry Potter as long as we get more background lore, like seeing Neville's parents in their insane state. That would be kind of cool. That's why I was looking forward to the show. And then they kind of fucked up the casting.
Well, supposedly this is supposed to be closer to the books and the movies.
Yeah.
Right.
It is. That's why this whole Snape casting is so like, why?
I just don't understand why it was so hard for them to cast a guy to look like Snape. Like, I really don't get it. Like,
they tried with everybody else. Look at this kid. Here's Draco Malfoy. He looks great as Draco Malfoy. I don't know if he's ever gonna be this guy though.
I would feel like my job as a casting director would be to cast people who look exactly the part. You know what I mean? Like, you would think, right? It'd be that simple, but
Johnny Flynn is Lucius Malfoy. I don't know if I'm liking this one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Lucius Malfoy has like he's very
distinct look.
Yeah, and he's also like very hoity-toity, like
Yeah,
you know. I don't know. I'm not feeling this one. Oh, he's cute. Okay,
that's not bad.
I'm
That's not bad.
I'm interested. That's cute. That's cute. Who's this kid? Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Wow,
all right.
it's close.
That's really close. All right. Okay. I think this is one of the ghost people, Lavender Brown. Wow. Okay. She's way hotter.
Yeah, I'm like,
What is going on with
I'm like, I'll take it.
this? Why is she so much hotter than her?
I know. I'm like, I'll take it. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
I think I'm pretty sure that's Harry's whatever.
Petunia. Yeah.
Is it? So it was like
Harry's
uncle with, like
foster parents or whatever.
yeah, whatever. I think it was an uncle.
Uncle, yeah, his uncle and aunt.
Oh, is that Ron's girlfriend? Not this chick, the other one. Ron's girlfriend. I don't think that's Ron's girlfriend. That's the other one. Ron's girlfriend is the other one.
Ron? I thought Hermione was Ron's girlfriend.
No, but before that,
Oh.
before he dates Hermione. Okay, yeah, this guy's way too good looking to be Vernon Dursley.
Yeah, that's a weird
Come
choice.
on.
That's a weird
No,
choice.
this is yeah, no, these two were not casual. That's not good. Birdie. All right. I don't see it. All right. Sure. Oh, Neville Longbottom. This kid's cute. Okay, I can see it. I feel like he needed to be a little fatter.
Yeah.
Like a little cheeks.
A little chubbier, yeah.
Plump. This kid, man, he filled out. Did you see that? How he like?
Oh yeah, he's all ripped and shit now.
Yeah, he grew up real nice. Oh, this their fat kid. Okay, yeah, okay, he's
I
not
see
bad.
it.
I see that. Wow, she's like the hot version. Okay. Yeah, all right.
I mean, the
Not
casting's
terrible.
not bad.
Not bad. The only one that's just stands out is Snape.
It's Snape, and not in the right way.
Yeah, that's it. It's weird. And of course, they don't have. That's the funny part is they don't actually have Voldemort here. So maybe there's something to that rumor. Maybe they
Maybe.
have cast him and they're really not announcing it.
I'm sure it's not Pedro Pascal though.
Are you really that sure?
That's a good point. Actually, I'm not. I'm not sure at all.
Do you know how many people have bookmarked my tweet?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure at all. Now that I
You
think
were
about
like,
it.
oh, we're gonna come back to this. Yeah, I don't know, man. That would be fucking crazy if it's actually Pedro Pascal.
I don't think he'll do it only because of the trans thing.
I agree. I think the trans stuff, I think he won't do it for that. Unless he's like, actually, me and JK made up and she paid me a lot of money. So
Yeah, that would have to be it. No, but another reason why I don't think he do it is because of I think he has his hands full with the Doomsday and Secret Wars and all that.
This is true. Speaking of which, we did see this. Shout out to Anna, that Star Wars girl, for tweeting this out, saying early screenings indicate that Reed Richards and Ben Grimm will have a romantic past that proves to challenge Reed during his new marriage and fatherhood. This can't be real.
Now, this is a rumor. It's not proven fact, and I'm pretty sure it's not a fact at all. I don't think Disney would be that stupid. I mean, they are stupid, but I don't know if they'd be that stupid.
They can't be that stupid. I think they're like cleaning it up a little bit over there at Disney. So I think they're going to rein this in. If it was true, maybe it was like an early script thing. It's probably like,
you know what? If they're really that stupid, they deserve everything that they get. if they're that stupid,
they do deserve everything they get. All right. It's going to be interesting though. I'm gonna like I'm really excited to talk to you next Wednesday. You're gonna come back on, tell us about this shit show that is
Oh yeah,
Fantastic
yeah.
Four.
We're gonna
Okay.
be there, man, watching
Okay.
it. And
Okay, we have a date. Then you and I. And you did mention earlier, actually, that there was a new casting for Legend of Zelda. So we have our Link and Zelda.
They finally cast their actors for Link and Zelda, and it's not
What
a
do you
trans
think?
woman. You know what's funny? I put up a post earlier where I was like, it's funny that the bar is so low that everybody's happy that they cast this unknown girl purely because she doesn't have a dick, right? Like that's it. She doesn't have a dick, so she's perfect for Zelda.
It's like that is like literally the only thing we wanted. Please make sure she doesn't have a dick.
The fact that they did that, everybody's happy with this actress who no one knows.
No, I mean nobody knows this dude either. I don't know this.
Sure,
Do you know
we
this
weren't
dude?
concerned about Link. We were concerned about Zelda, right? And I think all the concerns have been, alleviated for the most part.
Well, I mean, like this dude, obviously he's gonna have to dye his hair, wear a wig, because I mean, Link is blonde.
If they go that route, who knows?
Same with her. She needs like to be blonder.
But you know what? Here's the thing.
That's all fixable.
I don't think anyone has any expectations right now for this movie because we don't know what it's even going to really entail.
No,
right? Are they going to cover the first game, or are they going to cover like a game that came out? I don't know. Is it even based on the game, or we know nothing about this movie?
Yeah, it's it's definitely, and I'm not going to go through this right now because this basically only says like these people have been cast, and then there's nothing else going on. So
right.
that's pretty much the entire article, which is cool.
We don't even know if there's a script yet.
No, I don't. Did they say there's a script? I don't know. Sony first announced it will be distributed, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if there's a script. I mean, usually isn't there a script when they announce that, like the cast? Because
sometimes there's not. I mean, the MCU shoots things without a script a lot of times.
Oh, that's true.
Like the MCU will literally shoot something like on the fly as it's happening.
That's insane. That's insane to me.
It's stupid.
That's why they have so many reshoots.
Yes.
It's fucking retarded. This is Miyamoto. I am pleased to announce that for the live action film of Legend of Zelda, Zelda will be portrayed by Bo Bragason son. Bo Bragason son.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what?
Link Benjamin Evan Ainsworth son. I'm very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen. By the way, I don't know why I'm just saying this, but it's because I watched Karate. I watched Karate Kid last night.
Which one?
The movie with Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
It was actually good. Like I had fun.
Okay.
It was like pure, like just it's Karate Kid. Like, don't expect anything. But it was fun. It was fun. It was a fun movie.
Nothing groundbreaking, just entertaining.
Nothing groundbreaking, just a cool bunch of like, martial arts and stuff like that. So it was cool. And I just remembered because I was like, Mr. Miyagi. Just remember.
Right.
Daniel-san. But yeah, so there's that. That was all news. So that's good. We're really happy that she doesn't have a dick. So
yeah, that was really just the only thing people were concerned about.
Yeah.
I mean, because I know, like, they kept trying to force Hunter Schafer down our throats, and she's in the lead for the possibilities of being cast, and no one liked that idea except that community. So
yeah, that community is not happy right now.
They are pissed.
We got a couple more topics to talk about tonight, and then we're done. But I would be remiss if I did not talk about this because this is all over my feed today. But Lauren Southern, do you know Lauren Southern?
I do, actually.
Okay.
And I know she disappeared for a while because she's, on the run.
She was on, the whole like, what was it, Russia Gate stuff? They're like,
yeah, she got exposed.
Funded by Russia and like all this stuff. Her and Lauren Chen too.
Oh yeah, that's right, Lauren Chen. I almost forgot about her.
Cute Asian girl. She's
Really
phenomenal.
cute.
I really like Lauren Chen.
She went silent. Like she just, as soon as this thing dropped, she disappeared.
Yeah. Same with Lauren Southern. I mean, she was gone for a long time until literally like a couple days ago, where she put out this tweet saying, "Good morning. Time to pour gasoline on what's left of my reputation and strike the match for for a cause I should have committed to long ago. The truth. This is not real life. This is not real life is a memoir about the total unfiltered chaos behind the scenes of my time in media. From the evangelical upbringing and a steady diet of Fox News to going viral and playing my first part in media disinformation to meeting with terrorists, neo-Nazis, intelligence agents, and political crime rings.
Jesus.
There's coke binges, MDMA diplomacy with enemies, a nuclear-grade marriage meltdown, and a trial of scandals across 5 continents. I was arrested in Turkey and Morocco, got banned from the UK, and maybe violated international sanctions. Finally, a psychotic break, addiction, and a dark art of conspiracy. She forgot to ask Australia because she was also banned from Australia. If you're someone I met along the way and you're thinking, wait, am I in this book? Relax. Unless you've committed a crime or did something genuinely insane, you're probably fine. If anything, I'm the one under the microscope. I still have no idea how much trouble I'll be in with the government, let alone everyone else for publishing this. I guess we'll find out. No, I won't be doing any interviews. Don't ask. I wrote this book to claw my way back to reality. I hope it helps you to do the same. With nothing but love, Lauren. And she's added her Amazon link to the post, which, you know what, I will drop in the chat if you guys want to go and read her book. By all means, go and purchase it and help out Lauren. Here is the link. I will drop it in the chat in both Rumble and YouTube if you want to support her and read her book. But since that came out, apparently, in the book, she has alleged that she was raped by none other than Andrew Tate, which is kind of fucked up.
It is, if it's true. The problem is, I don't know if I believe anything she says. Like, I don't know. I hate to be that guy to be like, prove it, but because it's her, I'm having a hard time, like, fully believing it. Like, is she just looking for a headline? Is she trying to sell her book? Like, I don't know if I fully trust it. And believe me, I think Andrew Tate is a scumbag, but
I do too.
But I don't know.
So my thoughts is kind of close to yours, Verbal, and I actually really like Lauren Southern. Look, we're both from Vancouver. We grew up basically around the same neighborhoods. We're very, very like simpatico in a lot of ways, and I relate to her a lot. And I think that she's actually a very good journalist. Like when Lauren puts her mind to something and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna hunt this down, like the story down, she will get the story. And I've always really enjoyed her work. But what I find really strange about this story, and I think what really annoys me about the story, it's not so much that, like, I don't want to say like I believe her. I don't. It's the whole idea that comes down to like how everybody, like basically how Me Too sucked. Honestly, Me Too, the movement, has ruined all of these, like basically all women's reputations in terms of like, coming out and making allegations without having specific proof or whatever. We have gone backwards because of Me Too. And that's why I don't like this idea that like even I am doubting her, because I'm just like, I don't know what to believe anymore ever with about anything when it comes to these kind of accusations. And it's horrible, absolutely horrible what's happened to her. And like, what she's talking about here is kind of insane, but it's also like, okay, what, like, can we believe it though? I don't know. There's so many questions. And I'll read you guys this passage from the book. It says, I'd rather not give detailed accounts, so I'll keep it simple. He carried me back to the hotel room and asked me to sleep beside him. I said yes. I was incredibly intoxicated, and some part of me convinced myself that because he was Tommy's friend, he wasn't particularly dangerous. It was a poor decision, but it happened. He kissed me. I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't looking for it, but I kissed him back briefly and then told him I wanted to sleep. I was intoxicated. I was extraordinarily tired. He wanted to go further. I said no very clearly multiple times and tried to pull his hands off of me. He put his arm around my neck and began strangling me unconscious. I tried to fight back. He repeatedly strangled me every time I regained enough consciousness to pull at his arm. I'd prefer not to share the rest. It's pretty obvious. So that's what she said here. And then there was another one where she kind of goes into the fact that she did report it to the authorities because I guess she was in Romania at the time. Or she was, she was in Romania or in England. I don't know where she was. I have to go find that part where she I thought that was going to be part of this thing that I just read to you guys, but she apparently did report it to the authorities and kind of was told to like, whatever, like the runaround, which is really sad if that's true. Like that's a sad thing.
It is sad if it's true. The problem is though, is like you said, the Me Too thing really kind of fucked things up for women reporting stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and mainly because again, she voluntarily got in bed with the guy. And then, and then you have the situation like Aziz Ansari, right? Where, he has sex with a chick, is completely, voluntary and consenting. And she had buyer's remorse the next morning, right? And then she, does this tell-all about how he like took advantage of her. It's stuff like that's made it hard for women to like report this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Sure, he probably did do it, and we don't know all the details, but the fact that she voluntarily got into the bed with him, it looks...
Yeah, that part is bad.
It looks... Yeah.
That part is bad.
Let me reiterate. He's a scumbag. I can't stand the guy. But
me either. I can't stand the guy, but you know what else? The other part about this is like, let's say if she was going to be making this up, let's say, it's really easy to use Andrew Tate.
Yes.
Because everybody hates the guy and there's all these allegations against him. And I hate Andrew Tate.
Yes.
But it's just really easy. Like he's an easy guy to say that about because everybody will like, yeah, he's a piece of shit. I believe that he would, did do that.
Now here's my question. Is that in her book?
Yes. Now
that's the other problem I have.
What do you mean? What in her book?
About the rape.
Yes, this is excerpts from the book.
Excerpt. Okay, so and that's my problem. Is he just trying to sell books?
I mean, this is what Jeremy from The Quartering is alleging. Yes.
I mean, and I'm not accusing her of that, but you can see how it looks, right?
It does not look great. That's definitely true. I don't think it looks great either. But again, I cannot I don't know. It's just, I don't know what to believe. And I hate that. I hate that idea of thinking like that, this rapist dude might actually get away with something.
Sure.
Because I can't believe her,
No one wants to see that happen. But look, I'm just saying, if I were, unless there's like solid evidence, if I'm on a jury, I couldn't find him guilty. Right? Like based on what she said, I wouldn't be able to use that to find him guilty based on that.
Now, this is what she went on to say about it. So she said, I've always believed in these matters should be handled by the legal system whenever possible, rather than turned into a public spectacle. As I mentioned earlier, I had no desire to put my face on a public claim at first. Instead, I oscillated between denial and my own harsh judgment of women who came forward with similar accusations. Why didn't you go to the police? That would be the right thing to do. Why didn't you go to the hospital? That would be the right thing to do. Ironically, my extreme judgment of others pushed me to do some of the right choices early on. I embraced denial, but deep down, I knew what really happened. I reluctantly reached out to the UK authorities the next day, feeling it was the right thing to do, only to be met with indifference. They told me an investigation could only be pursued in Romania, a country where I had been explicitly warned about police corruption. I went deeper into the dissociative state as a result, feeling certain that there would never be a resolution. Attempts to involve the Canadian authorities later led to similar dead ends. While I'm sure plenty would like to claim the investigation into Tate is a deep state operation, if anything, the state didn't help at all. They honestly didn't seem to give a shit. I wasn't looking to start a legal battle. I was just looking for any interest at all in helping me make sense of what was going on in Tate's compound in a way that would keep me anonymous. Years passed before Tate's antics made it into the radar of the Western authorities due to his repeated claims from other women that had nothing to do with me. Eventually, larger U.S. investigation reached out for my assistance, and I provided what information I could, and so on and so forth. So that was basically the thing. So I was just reading that part for people to know that she did go to the authorities, and she did. Apparently, she went also to like the hospital. So
Right.
something did happen, and she did make something about it. Now, I mean, it's a difficult thing for. I just hate that whole movement, man. I just think it set everybody back. And
it really did. It didn't help anybody. And I think that if anything, it kind of shed a bad light on victims, right?
Yeah.
Like actual victims.
Actual victims. And that's why I feel bad for her, because I'm like, even if she is a real victim, a lot of people are gonna doubt her now.
Because so many women took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Like so many, man. Like,
that's why I hate women like Amber Heard, because it's people like her
yeah,
who ruined it, like who literally like shat on all these victims.
literally. Well,
yeah. Well, kind of, yeah. This is Tommy Robinson coming out and calling out her, basically.
Here's a horrible fact. Okay, I was there when Lauren Southern travelled to Romania with Andrew Tate. I was in the hotel room next door. When I walked out in the morning when we were leaving, Lauren Southern's at the door kissing him. Okay, so when you read what she says there, like he's raped her, that's what she's implying. It's a bit weird to be kissing him on his door and then get in the car and message him the whole way. Insanity, absolute bullshit.
Yeah, and that's some of the stuff that like I'll never know, because victims do act weird after having stuff like that happen to them. Like, yes, you could totally doubt and be like, oh yeah, like, you know, what a bitch, like she was kissing him or whatever. But it could also be that she had like no recollection of what happened because of the, you know, drinking, because she said she was incredibly intoxicated. B, it could be like, you know, she's scared. She's trying to let on that, you know, everything's fine, Andrew. Like, you know, don't worry about it. You know, like you just don't know when you're in that mental state, when you're traumatized, like you do weird shit to kind of cope with something dramatic that's happened to you. So I don't know. Like, I can't really go and be like, oh yeah, she's lying because of what Tommy's saying here. And also Tommy's buddies with Andrew Tate. So it's like, of course you're going to be backing up your buddy here, Tommy, right? Like, I don't know.
It's too much like hearsay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Way too much hearsay, definitely. It's
and the other part of it is it takes place in a foreign country, which makes it even more like,
yep.
You know, I don't know their laws. I don't know what happens when you report something to the authorities in these other countries. Like, I don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's really complicated. Gotta hand it to Lauren, man. She knows how to grab headlines.
I mean, she's good at that. You know, I mean, I'm sure her book is going to sell very well. You know, and Godspeed.
You know what? All the power to her. I hope she does sell her book. Good for her. Especially if she's telling the truth. I hope that, like, at least the writing of it was cathartic. You know, like she had like something came of it for her.
Yeah, and
especially
again,
if it's true. So.
I will never know, but I wish her well.
I can tell you this with regards to Andrew Tate. There's way too much smoke wherever that dude is. So,
oh, absolutely. Look, and I'm not even saying he's not
there's gotta be
capable of it.
somewhere.
I mean, he's definitely capable of that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, based on the evidence, though, like
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
couldn't. But
I
no,
feel you.
do I believe he's a scumbag? Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just saying, generally speaking, there's way too much smoke near that guy. Usually, when there's too much smoke, that there's some type of fire.
Yeah. Oh, especially with him. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not even a question.
He's fucked. Russell Hall for $5 says the issue with Epstein isn't Epstein himself. It's the sort of people who get to remain in power and free of consequences. It's what is killing America. That is so true, Russell.
I agree.
You get
agree.
one right every once in a while. This is that one for you tonight.
I agree.
Jay gifted 5 memberships to the chat. Thank you, Jay. And we got Bad News Badger. Thank you again for another 100 Danish krona, which sounds really delicious.
I know, right? Like every time I hear it, I think of a donut. Like I want a Danish donut.
I know. Like a Danish. I want a Danish. I can only agree as a man due to the also me movement. I think also the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
I need proof for any allegations of this kind. Also, anonymous statements is a immediate dismissal for my part. Yeah, man, it's too much.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, I'm at the point too where I need evidence, man. Like I can't just condemn a dude because, and I've seen it happen too much, man. I've seen it happen with like friends of family of mine where, just where the woman accused my uncle's best friend of it back when he was in college, and then she came out 4 years later and confessed that she made it up because whatever reason she did. But that's 4 years he had to serve.
Yeah, I know, man. There's a special place in hell for women that do that kind of shit, man. I tell you,
there needs to be more of a penalty for it. There needs to be jail time for the woman who does it. Like,
I agree. It's so weird because I talked about that with Tom before, and he said that usually the reason they don't do that is because they don't want like less people to come forward. They want to still give an incentive for people to come forward. But then
so I can ruin someone's life and I'm fine just because I'm a woman and I like that makes no sense.
I know
I can just ruin somebody's life with zero consequence to my own life, right?
There needs to be consequences. I'm sick of this shit. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they need to at least, at least make it so that if we find out you're lying about this, you will get the same amount of jail time.
Yes.
As that guy.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be, man. Like I don't believe that you could just ruin someone's life and not pay for it.
Yeah, it's too crazy. Last thing we're gonna talk about is Jennifer Love huge tits.
That she does.
She was in the news for having huge tits.
They are very nice.
That's a Terry Hatcher joke from Seinfeld. They're real and they're spectacular. Do you think they're real?
I will say yes because I used to be on. I used to work on Party of Five back in the day, and she was big then. They were big then. I should say they were big.
They were big. You worked on Party of Five. I love that show.
Yeah, that was my first studio gig was Party of Five.
Like, were you like an extra on there?
I started out as an extra, then I did a little bit of production, but I started out as an extra, and then because I kept hanging out. I just started working on some stuff. So I hung out with these people quite a bit, and she was gorgeous. I mean, but
show,
look,
man.
But here's the thing: she was a teenager then, or ish. She was like 18, 19. But the thing that bugs me about this is, she's always been an attractive girl, right? An attractive woman.
Yes, she has.
Okay, she's 46 right here. She's
blessed.
She's 46.
She looks fantastic.
She has 3 kids, right? And she still looks great. Like I don't understand what I've seen all this garbage online about how she's fat now. I'm like, guys, she's not fat. She's thick. I'll give you that. Definitely thick, but she's not fat.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's fat. And that dress, she knew what she was doing with that dress. And you know what? Good for her. Like she looked great.
But is the dress that scandalous? Like she looks fine.
It's because she has boobs.
Right.
It's a normal dress. Like if some girl without boobs wear that dress, it's not gonna look as spicy as it is.
As good.
No.
But she's a curvy gal, you know, and you know, she's got the knockers. So I mean, it is what it is.
She looks great, man. Are you gonna go watch that movie? I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I probably won't, and I'll tell you why though, because I didn't care for the original. If I'm being honest,
really, I like the original.
I like Scream, and I like those kind of movies, and that one for me was just like it didn't hit.
It was so stupid.
It didn't hit. It was really dumb, right? And don't get me wrong, she looked great in the movie, right? Was she screaming in the rain with a wet t-shirt on? And
the wet t-shirt, yeah.
I mean, every guy. Look, I'm sure that was fat material for every guy who watched that movie. Right, that was in the spank bank, right? Like that scene. Every guy remembers that scene of that movie. But overall, I thought the movie was stupid, and I don't know if I'll be watching the new one. I don't know. I probably will because I have to, but I'm not excited to watch it.
I know Mikey's going. Mike Harlow. He was like so excited about
I'm sure Mike's all over this. Yes.
Yeah, because he's like, I mean, he hates. What's it called? Like horror movies. So of course he's gonna go, right? But like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna watch it when it comes on streaming. I'm not gonna go to a theater for it, but I will watch it just because, you know, it's been so long.
Oh yeah, no, I'll watch it on stream. But as far as going out to a theater, like probably not. You know?
Why do they call it the same thing? I feel like that's weird.
Well, they did have some weird sequels, right? Like I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and right, like there's been a few of them. I know what you did. I know you did 20 Summers Ago. You know, like weird shit like that. You know.
Yeah.
I know what you'll do next summer.
Oh my God. Nick Braun 499 says Jennifer loved huge portions of food. Nick, you're mean.
Guys,
get out of here.
He's not that thick. Okay?
Come on, guys.
She is thick. Don't get me wrong. That's a womanly woman right there, but she's not fat. I mean, she's just thick. And by the way, this dress isn't doing her a lot of favors because I've seen her in other outfits, same size, where it doesn't look as. You know, she doesn't look as big.
It's because it's so tight fitting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But and the camera, trust me, I guarantee you in real life, she's not as big as you think she is.
The camera does add 10 pounds.
It does, and it really does. So I mean, believe me, she's fine.
Yeah, I agree with you.
She's still a very attractive woman.
I agree. I think people are hating on her way too much. It's just like, why do you have to hate on her?
Well, and I saw one ridiculous tweet where some chick had she was kind of trying to call me out and all this other shit because I made a post about Lena Dunham a few days ago, and where I said that because Lena Dunham, I don't know if you've seen recent pictures of her, but she is what I call fat. She is like she got
pull it
big.
up. We gotta see it.
She got big, and I put out a post that said Lena Dunham looks like she ate 2 Lena Dunhams, right? Because she is massive, man.
I need to pull this up. We gotta see. We gotta see it, Verbal. Let's see.
Oh, trust me, you're not. She's almost unrecognizable. I mean, at least Jennifer Love Hewitt still looks pretty much the same.
What? Wait, what's her name? Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham. She did that show Girls on HBO, and she's
Let's see if it comes up. I'm just gonna put it in the Twitter.
Yeah, just put it in. Trust me, you'll see it.
I don't think I'm freaking spelling her name right.
It's LenaDunham.
Okay, yeah, because I was going Lina.
Yeah, Lena.
Okay, let's see. What is Lena Dunham up to?
Yeah, she got massive.
I mean, wasn't she always fat?
Well, she was fat, but now she's like rotund, right? Like she's She is huge.
Really? Oh no. No way. This isn't real.
Unrecognizable, right? Like,
this isn't real. There's no way. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up, guys. This is the first thing that came up, and I was like, "There's no way."
like
This
not
has
Lena
gotta be
Dunham. It's
AI,
like
right?
Lena Dunn, lots of hams is what she is.
This is AI, right? Like, there's no way this is
No,
her.
no, that's what she looks like now. Like she is big.
I mean, do you think this is like a hot dating tip for people listening that they need to work on a super serious project with their, boyfriend?
Yeah, immediately second date, asked to go into business, asked us be like we're going on Shark Tank together. I do think working with your spouse or your significant other, it can be complicated, but it's also a good hack because there's so much. It's a great hack for honesty and communication. And it forced us to have so much dialogue that I think it helped that doing that in the professional space.
She looked like she ate another person. Like she is huge.
Look at her finger, man. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
Ooh. Okay, see, that's fat.
Yeah.
Guys. Look, when you have a chin like this.
Oh yeah, that is fat. Jennifer Love Hewitt is just a little thick. This is fat.
Look at her chins. I know, bro. What the fuck?
He literally has like 4 chins.
Holy shit, man. Oh my God. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah. So
you weren't lying, bro.
Yeah,
Holy shit. That was jarring. I didn't expect her to look that different.
Oh, I didn't even recognize her at first.
I didn't either. I was like, wait, no way, that's her. I thought it was AI. I thought it was AI.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You can't even believe anything anymore because you just think like AI is doing everything.
Well, now she's doing all these interviews where she's talking about how she purposely got fat like that so that she could challenge the beauty standards and all this other stuff.
Fuck off. Look,
and
this
I'm like,
is what she used to look like, you guys.
Yeah, that was her before she ate another person.
Oh my God. Maybe she ate the husband.
I mean, look, you don't get that big just eating like salami, man. Like, I don't know, like.
Holy fuck. All right. On that note, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat some food. I feel like I need some food. Thanks, Verbal, for being here tonight and hanging out with me. And I'm so excited to hang out with you next week so I can hear all about Fantastic Four.
Ooh, that's gonna be a wild week.
Thank you for your sacrifice, man, because that is gonna be. I'm not watching that shit.
Oh, I am going to be a few gummies in when I go into that movie. There's no way.
Oh my God. Okay, Verbal, tell everyone where they can find you.
Yes, you guys can find me at Verbal Riot on YouTube, Rumble, and X. I usually do my show on Thursday at 6 p.m. PST, but I won't be because tomorrow I'm going to some red carpet Comic-Con, pre-Comic-Con party that the Infodus people in Hollywood are throwing. So I'll be there with Chris Gore and a bunch of other people and hanging out. But normally you guys can catch me Thursday.
He's gonna go party with Pedro Pascal, you guys. Amazing.
Nah, he's too big to show up at these events. These are for like the B-listers, and
he's too good for you now.
Yeah. These are for like the Corey Feldmans of the world and people like that.
Oh my God. Oh, by the way, I did watch just so like throwing out new stuff for people to watch. I did watch the show Sirens with Julianne Moore and Kevin Bacon that's on Netflix. It has the new Supergirl in it.
Oh, Millie Alcock.
Yes. She's in it. It's a mini series. It's only like 6 episodes. And it was good. Like, it was entertaining. I was entertained. It's very like spicy.
I've heard good things about it. It's actually on my list of things to watch. Because right now I'm kind of obsessed with Millie Alcock right now. So
okay, well then watch it because she's definitely like she's got it going on in this. So
she's hot.
Yeah, she's great. And so was the other actress that was in it too. I forget what her name is, but there's a younger actress in it. She's also blonde. They're like supposed to be sisters in the show. And she looks great, and she was great too. So it was it was definitely like one of those, like, are you not entertained? I was entertained. I was very entertained by that show. I will check it out. So, yeah, check it out. Check it out, you guys. And thank you, Valiant Renegade. Massive shout out to Valiant Renegade for coming on tonight and like hanging out with us and just everything. And I hope you get your power back soon so you can buy those tickets and have fun doing all of that. That's going to be fun for you. And everybody go and subscribe to Valiant Renegade if you haven't done so already. Links are in the description. And same with Verbal Riots. So we will be back next week, and I will be back this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern to talk about good news, because that's what I do here. I, drive you guys nuts on the Wednesday, remind you how crazy the world is, and then I'll remind you again how great the world is on the Fridays. So come back and hang out with me Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Any parting words there, Dante, before we go?
Yeah, stay away from Lena Dunham. She might eat you.
Wise words. Take care, everybody. Good night.